Uh, Start by saying all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, double honors unto the elder apostles of Great Millstone, all well, and shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, we're Hebrew Israelites. We come out every week to prophesy the downfall of this kingdom known as Babylon the Great, according to the Holy Bible. All right, we are in the last days according to the script, the book of Hebrews, right, the first chapter. And back then was the last days, the beginning of the last days, you could say. But now we're in the last days of the last days. All right, and this is very telling in all the things going on right now on the earth. All right, right now you got the makings of World War III, right down there in the Middle East.
Yep.
Shalom, huh?
Shalom.
Yeah, so you have the makings of World War III with the war going over there. The fear of war down there in the Middle East when you go over Iran, America, the tension that's mounting. All right, that's going to culminate to the prophecy of Joel, the 3rd chapter. All right, the least of the flock shall draw them out. So all these things that are happening, well, that in particular is feeding into World War III. You had Trump down there in China, all right, and he was talking to Xi Jinping. And from what they were saying in the little bit that I know, you brothers can chime in, but it looked like Xi Jinping had him, had the better of him, mentally. And prior to him going over there, they were basically saying that this guy's a philosopher, he's very astute mentally, the various different things they were saying. Right? You gonna say something?
No.
So you got that going on. And then also you got, obviously you still got the war in Ukraine, and then you got the rumblings of a new pandemic with hantavirus, all right? And this really is down to how people react to it, all right? Because ultimately, with that hantavirus, they're basically perpetuating a story, seeing how it goes, whether people are gonna take to it, whether they're not gonna take to it, all right? But then ultimately, it's like the devil waiting in the midst, The moment it's necessary to, it's on the back burner. Mm-hmm. So once they need the use of that, they can bring it to the forefront and then leverage it however they want, right? Because you had King Charles.
Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Did his speech, all right? And he basically spoke about the agenda going forward. He said they're still going to progress with a national ID plan, or should I say the digital ID.
He said he's going to give his ministers the leeway to push the digital ID, innit?
Yep.
So meaning he's basically, Starmer, the scapegoat guy.
Yep.
They're going to start pushing them.
Yep. And it's the thing with Parliament now, right? When you deal with a democracy, it's a change in face of the cult of personality.
Yep.
Right? So all you need is a front man to sit at the front of the shop and basically do your bidding. That's one of the things they speak about over in America is the deep state. Right? Trump, when he was coming into office, they were saying, yeah, Trump's going to do away with the deep state. He's going to drain the swamp. He's going to take us back to, the spirit of...
Make America great.
Yeah.
Good old America. That's
what is it, George Washington?
Yeah.
Like
the founding fathers.
He's going to bring it back to that.
Ancient spirit of America, man.
But the reality of the situation is that he's part of a bigger system.
Yeah.
All right? He basically he's part of a system that's pushing an agenda for, as you could say, the deep state.
Yes, brothers. Yes, brother. Less,
a deep state. So he's pushing it forward, and that's no matter who props up in society, it ain't gonna matter. All right. Or even right now, we got the after the if who can pan the camera, it's like carnival, man. No. The people will know vocab will come roll up on us.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this guy.
I was considering that, but I was just it's gonna.
You got bully vans out here, riot vans, police riot vans. So you got all kinds of stuff.
Confusion.
You got the geezers out.
It's just mass confusion, bro. Because on the way here, we saw the Unite the thing. You saw the United thing, and then on the way here, and then even I saw like a group of people that are anti the Iranian government. Because they wear the Iranian flag, but they wear the one with like they wear. I think they want linked to Persia.
The one from the royalty.
The one from the
they work
Babylon.
They're in conjunction with this.
Yeah, so they wear the one with the old shahs.
Yeah.
It's got like the star on it and all that. The sun.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're like against the policies of today's Iran. The Ayatollahs and that. And I see them because they're marching around there as well. You see all that?
I think I just realised.
It's not four man. It's not four man. Yeah, go on. I think because there's certain, sects of that group are coming up this way.
Okay, what were you saying? Let's go with the scripture.
It's just massive. I've got Ezra as well.
I've got Matthew 24:3. It says, "And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?"
Right, so this is going into one of the major, when you really deal with the time that we're in, this is the outlining of the time to come, all right? So basically, let's concentrate, man.
Sorry. Salah, bro.
Read again.
Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?
Right.
Right, so this is the Lord basically speaking about the indications of the time of the end.
When you come in, Lord.
Shalom.
Shalom. When you come in, Lord.
So, and basically he's gonna, the disciples inquired and asked of him, what are the signs of the time? But basically he said, like, he's gonna outline the different things as far as concerning his return, right?
And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed.
Right, so take heed that no man deceive you. Right, the time that we're presently in right now is the time of deception. When you go into the book of Revelation, you're going to grab that? Yeah, go and read it.
Revelation 20:2. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years.
Right, that serpent is basically talking about the same serpent in the time of the garden.
You know what? The march is coming back this way. Then it's just left over the day.
We can just move around.
Just find a spot.
Yeah, like the alleyway.
Yeah. We can move back around.
Let me thinking,
You just pause it, innit, bro? Pause it.
Can you pause it? I think you'd have to lock it.
Alright, cool. Hold that. Grab your thing there and let's pick it up by hand.
I'll grab your bag.
You got everything, Phil.
You know what? I want to get my bike in it.
Huh?
I don't want to leave it just there. Innit?
What?
No, my bike in it.
Go and grab your bike then.
Yeah, but it's locked anyway.
You don't want to leave it there.
Yeah. So keep up. Yeah, so basically it's the times that we're in, man. Like the Lord said, Spirit, because look, bro, to your right.
Oh,
The times that we're in, man. The Lord's things would play. So yeah. Basically it's
just
just
found another spot.
it's a little cushion. We had to kind of move around. Things have taken place today.
Thought it was over.
Yeah, but it ain't, So, so I've got something for you, man, because this is all prophetic and it's spirit, because it's all these Babylon and UK flags and all that here. It's prophetic, man. The Lord's making things happen, man. So, let me read this for you, right? Where was that one reading? What?
Reading Matthew 24.
So I can go to that, or should I've got Ezra 9.
Read.
Alright? 2nd Ezra 9:3. Therefore, when there shall be seen uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things, from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So yeah, uproars of the people. You're right, bro. You're right. Uproars of the people, right? It says, then shalt thou understand that the Most High spake of those days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So what's taking place now? What's taking place now? Yahushua spoke of these things from days that were before us. So even now, I was saying it to you brothers before we kicked off, all of a sudden the world, everyone wants to know what governments are speaking about now. All of a sudden. We've been saying this for years, man. Really, all this marching that people are doing, what you should have been questioning years ago is the digital world that we're coming into. That's really what they should have been questioning. You know, this the mark basically. Because now it's coming out that, you know, it's evident what the mark is because the Goyim are speaking about it. Because I saw one thing in England when the so-called King Charles came out with that speech. This woman came out and said, "What? This English woman, she was angry online. What are we doing? We need to fight against this. They're making us modern-day slaves, etc., etc." So all this marching people are doing, you know, against race and etc., which is what the elites have created. You shouldn't really be complaining about the mark of the beast, man. The digital ID.
That's what it is. They're trying to drain out the momentum.
Yeah.
You know, putting people's energy into different places as far as their different individuals' personal
Their beliefs. Yeah.
So they don't really, and it's the best way because that allows them to make their power cemented.
Yeah.
So no one can come up and basically say nothing and say, you know, you guys are leading the world wrong. But it's all by design. All right?
By design.
Because anyway, it's when we're dealing with the Most High deals with division regardless.
It's our Bible.
Yeah. You have what was at the time of Peleg. It was what division. You had the nations divided. And that's really the way things are run. But then it's obviously it's the way the elite are using it is with malice. Shall I continue on Matthew 24?
Yeah.
So it says, Matthew 24:4, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Did you read Revelation 20?
Oh,
Yep.
I thought.
Oh no.
Okay, yeah, I'll read it. Revelation 20:2 says, and he laid hold on the dragon, the old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years.
Right. So it's going back, that old serpent, going back to the garden. Right? The serpent in the garden, which is the same spirit that was with Cain, the same spirit that was with Esau back then. And then what this is actually speaking about is dealing with the Roman Empire. Alright? Being bound up for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
Going into the time of the Middle Ages, also known as what? The Dark Ages. Alright? Go on.
And cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him.
Right, the bottomless pit is Europe, alright? And the seal that was set upon him was basically that of, you know, Job the 30th, right?
Yeah.
Job 30.
The joke thing is she's talking about all this unite. She looks like a Jake. They're Jakes, but you know these people are like, you know, these are the bottom. I know, no.
Yeah,
But these are like the bottom minds of society.
Yeah, because the reason why I'm saying it, I don't want no one
Oh no, of course not.
to bring any to come over
With that ignorance.
yeah.
It's so ignorant, bro. It's just complete ignorance. Yeah.
Because it's
Go on, brother. Sorry, what you was reading, right?
what
Yeah.
were you
gonna say
yeah, I thought you were gonna say something.
I was, but it threw me off because he said that.
Because I don't want no one to like be like, oh yeah,
Go ahead, bro.
I'll read it,
Go
I'll
ahead,
read
bro.
it
Can't
again.
pass. You're right.
It's not to do with the words, you know what I mean?
Nothing to do with it.
And that's where our strength is.
And it's funny how you see how these things are all coincide because marches coincide with one another. Because as that's going on, you've got the Nakba one.
Yeah.
You've got there's many. There's the
Yeah,
one.
like four.
There's the anti-Iran Ayatollah one.
Yeah.
There's and this is all coinciding with the prince coming out with the king coming out with a digital ID this week. My prime minister's all pushing
that's the thing is as well. It's like they were talking about.
These are all shit.
Because even with what was it, Palestine Action or whichever one it was marked as like a T. That one is like they've basically restarted up and arrests on them. That's kind of the framework. For, okay, what you going out and speak feminine word really. We're restricting on what you can go out.
yeah,
and do.
yeah.
Because as far as with this country especially, it's far ahead in those things. The freedom of speech. Everyone's talking about freedom of speech. Bro, you people already getting, you tweeted something, you posted something on Facebook, you know, the cops are coming around and drop kicking you and taking you in. So this, you know, hair has been pushed further forward, and then with that's the thing is the protest thing, it's already like them being marked as a T group, it's already been set. But then they can just broaden the definition, say, oh, And the thing with all these groups coming together is then chaos abounds. And then with that chaos, they can be like, okay, we need to restrict it for the sake of safety.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it says, and cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up and set a seal upon him. They should deceive the nations no more till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. And after that, he must be loosed a little seed. So his role is to deceive the nations. And that's the thing, is with all these things coming, as far as all this confusion, all this confusion has come around now in this time, in the time ahead. This is
Sorry.
all this confusion is coming around in the time ahead. It's for the sake of prophecy, and it's really don't touch the role that
Just having a look what it was.
the role that what's it called?
Sorry, go on.
It's a what do you call it? It's a let me read it again, man.
It's a spirit, man. It's like, well, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, that's till the 1,000 years. Yeah, so it's to deceive the nations. As far as for Esau, his role is to deceive the nations. It's now his rulership, his system, and it's like now in the time of the end, all of a sudden, all the things from the ancient world, that's all. Oh, it's all backwards, confusion, dog shit. It was nonsense. They didn't know what the hell was going on. They had no clue. Now with the scientific method and the new form of democratic rule and blah blah blah, we're so much more advanced. We put rockets into space. We got the internet. We're able to put satellites in and we can zoom in and see someone in a desert from whatever many millions of miles away. All these things, the technologies, the blessings Esau's got. But then the reality of the matter is it's all for the sake of deception. Because people are all caught up in, blah, blah. As far as with these technologies, the impact it's had is completely restructured how people live.
Yep.
It's like an example you can go to is like Instagram, where back in the day you might have seen like one painting like every 3 months or some shit.
One attractive thing.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to look it up. Yeah, you might have seen one attractive young woman every a matter of months. But now it's just with these things, you can you go on Instagram, you're gonna see like the finest female specimens
Every day.
on every corner of the earth.
Yeah.
You'd be like, I want to see a fine Kenyan thing today.
Yeah.
You're gonna find like hundreds of fine Kenyan things. Bro, you wouldn't even know a fine Kenyan thing existed. Like if we go back to like the ancient world.
Even Andrew Tate, the Manosphere King, he goes, him and his brother back in the day, they used to do kickboxing and they used to fight in like small Eastern European towns. And there was one called Zakitsa or some random town, and he said it was filled with all like model-looking girls. What happened is, 10 years later, they stopped going there because social media ruined it. They all found out about, they all got into Instagram, all the girls from that town. So the whole town was just became, right in their brain. What happened is now their value became skyrocketed. Whereas before, they were just normal girls from the town, local women. So he said that we stopped going there, he said. That feeds into the sex. Exactly.
Because that's the thing, is as far as the key thing is what the elites want. Is they want to use these systems, it's for their control.
Yeah.
They're looking for rule and conquest over the minds and spirits of people and the whole earth. I read this as well. Ezekiel 28 says, 2, it says, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Most High Power, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God, I sit in the seat of God in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man and not God.
Right, this is talking about Esau Edom, right? Otherwise known today as the so-called white man, and more specifically known really by the elites of this world, right? They have a God complex. That's why we're, like we spoke about with the so-called King's Speech, Charlie, he basically said they're going to introduce, what's the word I'm looking for? Introduce a digital ID. Right? Why is that going to be introduced? That's for the idea of control. All right, set up a system. This is all feeding into 15-minute cities. All right, the cashless society. All right, basically restrictions on how you move within society, and that's all based upon what's written inside of the Bible. That's the main thing. Right? They're going to implement that system. But this man wants to do it because he wants to have total control. Yeah, so now and this is the thing, even now, this is why, dealing with one of these protests that's going on, the United Kingdom protest, these are the people that are quote unquote natives to the UK that basically had enough with the
policies.
UK government, right, and the policy. Because they're not, is there any way to tighten this, bro? Because it keeps on
I'd have to take. Well, the thing is, you have to take it off because it's like you have to spin it round. So just bait the spot on it.
Okay, so
One sec,
you want me to just
it,
hold the camera?
Hold this.
take the camera off.
Yeah, and then just sing.
Go on, Paya, go on, bro.
Yeah, so basically, hey, that's why they're upset, because they're looking at it like, yo, we're not being thought about in this.
We don't have a place.
We don't have a place, but the reality is, it goes back to serfdom. All right, you have a king that basically rules over, or governs the people, but then looks at everyone else as serfs.
They never did, bro. They never did have a place in society. Because like you said, and what's funny is that, see, most of the goyim now of this world are seeing,
aware.
they've become aware. And what happened is, when it wasn't so-called, it was always affecting them.
Yeah.
But when it wasn't affecting their comforts, no one moaned.
Yeah.
Now the world's changing around them to favour how the wicked elite want it.
Yeah.
Now you want to all complain,
Yeah.
whatever. You should have been doing that
Wow.
time ago. They for years they've implemented what they wanted.
Well, this is the thing, it's the trickle-down effect. Because from the top down to the bottom, certain key positions had handlers, all right, that handled everything. But then everyone had little favors through nepotism, all right. So you could basically live a certain type of lifestyle, and let's be real, there's more abundance of things before. Because even the place where I work, I heard like the Christmas bonuses they got
it was big.
was at 10 bags.
Yeah, work.
We ain't even getting that.
People enjoyed working before.
There you go.
Well, that's what I
And it
was
was
gonna say.
one income to the household.
And you can. Oh, sorry, bro.
No, I was just gonna say for the abundance, it was basically going around and rape, rock, pillaging the earth.
Yeah.
That's where the abundance came
You
from.
got it.
It was a accumulation of all the resources in the world to one spot. But the thing is like you utilize all the goods. All the good, like there's not as much abundance. After it's like the man was talking about Africa. The only thing, like now, is they went there, they took all the gold, they took all the precious metals, they took the human resources. Now the human resource being used for like not barrier, what's it called? The cobalt mining for going into smart
Phones, laptops.
technologies. That's going into like electric vehicles, these things. Now it's used for the more modern thing, but then it's like all the other research, like you man already gone and taken all the goods. That's the thing. It's like, where's there left to go? You're gonna go Antarctica and make slaves of the penguins. Like, what are you gonna do?
And the thing is now as well, the masses, the elite don't need you anymore. They don't need you anymore. The day of labor using man is done.
Well, this is going into the agenda. Let's go back to this.
Yeah.
And I've still got Ezra's 9, yeah?
Yeah, because the agenda basically is to call the people upon the earth. And this is the thing, if you're not clued up, all right, if you don't, it's like, Apostle Tar's got you serious, guy, ongoing serious. You miss a day, you miss a lot, right? So over the course of the years, if you haven't been keeping up to date, if you haven't been tapped in to what's happening on the earth, there's certain things that's been put in place, you won't realize they were implemented, all right? And you don't know why these things are happening. Because one of the things I mentioned is the Georgia Guidestones. If I say that, you don't even know what I'm talking about, because it don't exist no more. Right? You can't go down to Georgia and take a look at the 10, rules that the elites of the society want to implement upon the earth. If you can't see that, or if you don't know if it's something
you don't even know what
then you don't know what's going on. All right? So now, this is why one of the main things in their agenda is to basically bring the population of the earth down to 500 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
500 million.
Yeah.
So they want to get rid of 8 billion people upon the earth. All right, so that basically means that there's no discriminating. I mean, there's no discriminating there. They ain't sitting there saying, nah, because he's one of our own, we ain't gonna get. Nah, it's everyone. If you don't have no use in the society, and you'll find, funny enough, that if there's someone that's a heathen to them and have more use and utility from them, they'll utilize them. They'll bring them in. Yeah, we can have you in the Elysium. We can use your brain, your smarts, your hands. You know what you're doing, right? That's what's really going on right now. Right?
So it says Yet thou art a man and not God, though thou set thine heart as the heart of God.
Right, and this is the thing, the reality of this situation is the Heavenly Father brought about this man for one sole purpose and one sole purpose. Indeed, man. Proverbs 16 tells you that basically there was... Proverbs 16 basically speaks about being made for... the wicked being made for a time of evil. Alright? So basically the reason why these people exist is to bring about an evil time. And right now we're in that evil time. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So this man was ultimately put in this place to put the children of Israel into slavery. Now that that's been accomplished, alright, we're having everything, the tables turn. And we're seeing a gradual circling of the drain as things transition into the kingdom of heaven. Alright? So this is why these things are happening upon the earth right now.
It says, what? Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee.
Right, and all these things were implemented for the sake of, again, prophecy. This man has the superiority over the people to bring about this technology for the MOTB, the beast system. Alright? And he's been propped up, just like Pharaoh was propped up for what, a great fool. Alright, pride guy before a fool. Okay?
And even with that, it's the elite, man. Like as far as the wiser than Daniel, the average peasant, they're still on the peasant level. And that's the thing, is really with when you go through history at all times, the one people that remember, bro, the random guy who made shoes back in ancient Greece isn't remembered. It's Alexander. That's the guy, the Antiochus, the key figures.
Yeah.
That's who really who history plays out around.
Kings.
When you have what's the movie Odyssey coming out by Christopher Nolan, it's about all the main players within there. They're not gonna, the guy who was making I don't know, making some kind of gyros or whatever the fuck. Like no one remembers that guy.
They said that's what he said to him in Troy. Remember Agamemnon?
Oh yeah.
He told fucking Achilles that. Achilles said to him, he goes, you came here for your name to be, I know why you came here, he said to him, for your name to be written in the history books, he goes, history remembers kings, he said to him. They will know Agamemnon took the land and all that, he said to him. Not Achilles. He said, do you remember?
He's going to tell him.
Because Achilles was thinking he's like bigger than the program.
Yeah.
But Agamemnon, it was Agamemnon's armies that went to conquer the Trojans and all that. So, he was letting him know the history books remember the kings.
Yeah.
And that's true. There was many great fighters in history, but in the Bible, he mentioned the top kings.
Yeah.
There's many great rulers in history. I mean, many great people in history, but like you said, history remembers the kings, the key players, man.
It's a modern delusion, the whole democracy and everyone's vote or voice or whatever counted. That's a delusion. Like, I read on, it says, with thy wisdom and with thine understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures.
Yep.
By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic, thou hast increased thy riches.
That's Esau's wisdom is basically that knowledge of wickedness, man. The knowledge that he has to pretty much infiltrate governments and like for example the protocols of the learned elders of Zion is a deep book. They said it was because it got leaked. They remember years ago they said it was BS basically.
Yeah.
But that book was so intricate on how to monopolize and control a system for their behalf. They were talking about how it goes into how to deal with the people, how to deal with different governments, how to destabilize countries. It was talking about all of that. So then Amalek can have the monopoly control. That's their wisdom. And by their wisdom, basically,
What do you think? And that's really, going back to the serpent, we read it earlier, that old serpent. What did he do? He really sat there and was more subtle than any beast. He looked around the garden and said, I got this.
Yeah, even the opium wars with China, and where they got Hong Kong and all that. With that opium wars, that was years of planning, because what they did is they remember the dynasties at the time. They weren't trying to mess with Britain.
Yeah.
But then what happened is these men used India to grow the poppies for years and years and years, and they started selling it cheaply to. They had so much of it, they were selling it cheaply to the Chinese, and then they just got so hooked they were defenseless. So thousands of millions of people got destroyed off opium. That's when obviously and then obviously that's when the gunboat diplomacy, and they just took it over. They had to sign it over. They signed Hong Kong over. They signed silver over to them. They signed various goods over to them. We're giving it to you. We don't want to be bombed no more. That's why and the devastating effects of that wisdom of wickedness that Esau has, even further down the line when Mao came in, Mao had to do a culling of the people. There was a lot of drug addicts in mainland China. There was people that didn't want to move on with the times. They were still destroyed. So
it's still till now.
Till now. So what more so?
Women are throwing the ass in the circle.
Some of them are gone.
Yeah.
Because that's that generational fucked up shit they've had to endure. But what, and look at it now, fast forward that to what Esau did to Jake. Our wounds are incurable with what's going on with us.
Yeah.
That's that
Bro, it's
wisdom.
like there's a lot of these Jake where you just there's no way.
They ain't coming.
You can't soothe them.
Can't soothe
You know
them,
what
bro.
that is? That's the 2/3.
That's 2/3. But it just shows you how deep his wisdom of evil is. You know? So, you know.
So it's about thine heart is lifted up because of thine riches. Therefore thus saith the Most High Power, because thou hast set thine heart as the heart of God. Behold, therefore, I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the nations, and they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness.
Right? That's what you're seeing right now when you deal with this Middle East fiasco. All right, you're having Iran. Iran's badding up America right now. It's unbelievable. If you would have said that to anyone a couple years ago, they would have laughed at you. Iran, are you all right? But look, they're basically utilizing guerrilla warfare in the naval system. Really going back to when you go back to the 80s, the long ongoing war between Iran and Iraq, they basically showed their hand back then that they had great astuteness in warfare. All right, and they basically, the first thing when this was declared, this war, they more or less said, yeah, we've been waiting for this.
They were waiting.
We've been preparing for this.
That was a key statement.
And when you see I forgot what they call it, when you have waves of attack. You know, you'd have had like, they call it the first wave, the second wave. Because they got to, I remember following it, and they got to like the 89th wave and all this. So there's obviously battle, there's different waves of battle, all right, within the warfare. So in every wave of battle, they basically showed that they had mastery in that situation. Because they were what they doing? They're using drones, and they basically sat down and said, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make these cheap drones, and we're gonna exhaust all of their
resource
expensive
there you go.
material.
defense system.
Because they were destroying they were like, America would have them billion-pound drones, million-pound drones. They would release them ones they made for 20 grand.
And that's why
8 of them.
Yeah.
That's it. But that's the thing, it's you know, that same wisdom that Esau, well, I'll read this. Isaiah, what is it?
Get something as well, bro, yeah?
The weak say.
Joel. I was gonna just.
Oh well, you get yours.
I'll get Joel free. I was gonna.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Because I was thinking,
Okay, so it says, all right. So it says, Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles: prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong.
yeah, the weak say I'm strong. That's the thing is those blessings. Those are even with the big key. They did the movie Oppenheimer, and the big key ending thing was what? Dropping the nuke, dropping that nuke on them two bombs, atomic bombs on Japan. That was meant to be just America being on a whole different scope and scale. But then you see even beyond that, you got the hydrogen bomb, and then that's something that you know, Pakistan's got that, India's got that.
Yeah.
Like all people.
India's nuclear, man.
Yeah, you would look at them like, yo, who are these guys?
Well, let's even deal with China. You just spoke about the opium wars, how they took advantage of them during the time of imperialism, right? Back to when he was basically, you know, had the world at his feet. Now a weak nation as them, you know, strung out on drugs, opioid crisis. Look at them now, they got hypersonic weapons. And I see news like a month or so ago, America was saying they might have to use their hypersonic weapons, missiles. They ain't got no fucking hypersonic missiles.
They're way advanced, bro. Bro, do you know it's funny?
America's trying to make it out like they have. You haven't got that technology. You ain't got that. And that really shows you that the Heavenly Father has put a spirit on these various different nations. to really come and bring about a real great devastation upon you.
Let the weak sound strong.
There
Bro,
you
the ancient Moab, today till this day, they have a name for that part of history with the British. They have a name. They don't.
100 years of.
There's another name. There's like a kind of a terminology. That's that 100 years of war. That's it.
100 years of humiliation.
So I think it's something along those
something like
lines.
that. The thing is humiliation.
They basically have a
Because
name
it was
for.
like back to back for like the whole, from the British to the Japanese, like they were just getting, like they were victims.
King like a fool.
Exactly. So yeah, they basically have a that name for it where they don't forget. Basically, they ain't forgot that. They ain't forgot that, man.
And that's what, yeah. And as soon the thing is now, everyone's basically got the capability to where it's not a complete blowout. The thing is, even with the drone technology, going back to it was what the Iraq war in Iraq, where I remember it was like Predator missiles, Predator drones. Those things came to the forefront, where people would start like measuring, how many of these have been used in the conflict in Iraq. And then now you got like 20 odd years later from when that kicked off. Now you've got where they're getting circles run around them by Iran, and a big part of the reason why is because even with the American system, they're saying they're built for the Cold War. They weren't built for like modern warfare. And it's funny because that modern warfare thing as well, it's a lot of these different conflicts from like the 90s onwards. That's where it was coming into where technology was more of a forefront. But then it's accelerated even more. But then the other thing is with the especially with Gaza, like Palantir's basically been developing their AI technologies within warfare.
They've been sharpening their tools. Really.
Yeah, because like all those now they're they're selling those tools they've refined. Basically saying, they refine them tools in Gaza,
Warfare.
and now they're offering it to other countries.
Yeah.
So these things now it's Isaiah 9 and 5. The battle was with fused noise and guns, rolled in blood, but it shall be fuel of fire.
Can you imagine? And this is why we're going to need the Heavenly Father, man. Yahweh Bar Shem Yahshai, Bar Shem Rokah Kodash. The reason why we're going to need him, because can you imagine there's drone systems out there that can lock in on you and just blast you to smithereens, vaporize you.
With no.
Can you imagine that
green
being
light,
implemented in urban warfare? You basically are on the system. You're set up as a green light, a goal. As soon as you see him,
It's done.
kill him.
Yeah.
All right, take him. Not even what's the word they would use? Not exterminate. There's a word that's very like professional. That just sounds like
Eliminate
him, or get rid of him.
Yeah, you know what? There was a clip I saw. I put on a thingy, where it's a drone in China, police drone in China. Imagine floating around, just saying like, yo.
It's over the car as well.
Yeah. Bro, I was
You
like,
see now, what's funny, going into that tech, showing you this, that new all the tech, bro, because do you see now as well, there's something going on in England where they arrested, do you see in Dubai, they arrested all these, the Kinahan and all that,
Yeah.
but all the UK, all those top people are being done, and it's trickling down to the lower ones.
And
through these digital phones, all their networks have been hacked,
But you know what? These,
which was already set up anyway.
Yeah, because me speaking as a man, I believe they do. It's just like, remember down there in London. London was a different world. Like people come, London's so dangerous. This ain't dangerous.
No, brother, there was no
There's-
CCTV
there was no
before.
C-
there was no. There was less police action. There was
I
less-
could get flash a body out there.
Firearms,
It was a different generation. Now,
you could have firearms up until like 96, 95.
this is technically become.
So it's not even
I mean,
like
it was only with the what you call
there
it,
was a terrorist
IRA
attack.
and all that.
Yeah.
Look, bro, even our
Basically,
era was bad.
One sec, bro.
Sorry, bro.
Just let me say this point. So you had firearms out there. You had no CCTV. You had firearms in the mix. All right. You had the IRA
on the
bombing,
madness.
nail bombing
Yeah.
shit. And I'm looking at the news every other day.
Every other.
Like, bro, nail bomb. Can you imagine that? Getting blasted with a nail bomb.
Yeah, that's
And they were doing that shit in Central,
Yeah.
fucking West.
Yeah, man, we're trying to catch the Queen out. Like they were on a madness.
Yep.
Okay.
Were you gonna say
Yeah.
a point?
No. What I'm saying, what I was gonna say is technology, like going into change things because, bro, you can't do nothing anymore in this world. You can't bloody blink. You know, I saw something where it said when you step out in the city of the frog, you're snapped at least 70 times in a day. So each person is actually, our frame's been snapped 70 times in a day. Just when you step out down about your daily business, because it's the most viewed city in the world. You know that the Big Brother system's heavy here.
The most surveyed.
Surveyed.
City.
Yeah.
But that's the point. It's like with this, you know, people say, oh, listen, it was more dark back in the day. But the reason why I'm saying that is because remember they did a big sweep when they found out they had the Olympics. I remember that guy at college. It was, we got the Olympics. Like, oh, okay,
You don't know what that entitles, man.
Listen, from that day, a bag of all the bad boys from all the different areas, they did a sweep. Because even that's like, someone I know, bro, that's kind of crazy.
It's a big unit.
Of a fucking vehicle.
That's a big unit.
In it. But basically, like,
that's the big unit.
My relative, a relative of mine basically told me, like, you know, there was a time in the Pentonville, the Ville, where all the who's who of fucking criminals
They all there.
was all in. And that was around that time when they done a sweep. They put everyone in there, banged them all up.
Right.
So now, when you're seeing what's going on with the Kellahans and all these people, science afoot. Do you know what I mean?
Hell yeah. And you know, because why I was saying that to you, why I mentioned that, because you mentioned the technology, and you know, these guys are like the so-called top of the pile of that kind of world, and it's trickled down to even the lower guys, and all their phones have been hacked. So their whole network, they're all getting arrested.
Trust me.
So it's showing you it's bloody, it's all, it's that new world order basically. It's that new world order. They're showing you even people living in the underground world, you're all getting caught. Because even I heard that even that whole, I read something before that tech, you know, they have encrypted chat that they use.
Telegram.
Right. Yeah,
And Telegram as
it's
well.
something encrypted that all the networks use. But I saw something where it's like it was created by like the Serbian special force underground world.
It's always created by someone like that.
The Serbian intelligence made it. So it's like they did that on purpose. They catch all these guys, man.
To get people thinking, oh, well, I guess you know, that's how we can go and not be, you know, trapped.
Well, you know, we're in the new world order. So the new world order now is like basically you own nothing and live. You own nothing and live. You're all getting the MOTB. We don't care what your belief system is. The only ones that are going to survive it is the elect through punishment, through potentially, you know, losing your affliction. That's the only way, bro. There's no other avoiding it. You know? No goyim ain't making it, no reforms ain't making it, no, you know what I'm saying? You're all getting chipped, you're all getting MOTV.
Those like all the what it say? All the paths lead to the mark.
All the paths lead to the mark, bro. And you heard and by the way, King Charles, the crown didn't even suit him. Did you see it? The crown and the robe did not suit him. It looked like a showing you they weren't their shit, and it didn't suit him. There we go. I got two after me.
Isaiah 14:16 says, "They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms?" And we can see really all these different nations, they're really getting to where they're like looking like, okay, fuck it, we're gonna have our own shit. We're gonna do our own operations. We're basically gonna
build our own
like contend with the, you know, so-called Western world, you know, America, Europe, these powers, because they're seeing like, yo, these guys are looking vulnerable, and that's even with what do you call it, with the Iran situation, where Iran basically just like these guys are meant. It's a back and forth. They've dumped the global economy single-handedly, and then they've also just militarily just outshone them. Like, what the fuck's going on?
And you know, it's the spirit that it's Iran that's doing that, because even towards the end of Rome, before Jake fully took it over, it was like that part of the world that was giving Rome trouble. Remember, because even I think that part of the world has even killed Crassus, because he went on a campaign there, and they took him and his armies out. So that was towards the end of the pagan Roman Empire. The Persian, I forgot what they were called at the time. They had a name for them. But that region of the world was going up against Rome. You know what I mean? So it's the spirit. It's the same thing today. You know? They're the ones.
It's all the same players.
It's all the same
There's
players.
No new thing under the sun.
Anything under the sun.
So it says what? That made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof. That opened not the house of the prisoners. All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one in his own house. But thou art cast out by thy grave. Thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the remnant of them that are slain, thrust through with a sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet.
Yeah.
So really, all that shine and glory. The thing is really the shine's been taken off. Like as far as when you look to it's what is it? Make bare the leg, man. Isaiah 47. You know, lift the skirt's been shown. It's underneath. There's scabs. It's rotten. It's vile filth. That's really what's been showcased. Because this the thing is, the Epstein files out. And then it's just like that's really just shows. Yeah, what you got, like you got, and it's your tongue falling on yourself.
They tried to sweep that under the rug, by the way.
Yeah.
But we all know about it now. You know, if you noticed for like the past few months, they've not even talked about it.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like the war started, and then it's like the whole discussion just toned down around it.
But what we need to know, we know. It's out there. You know? So there's no getting around this, man.
And then it's that really lets you know the so-called honor, glory, whatever. The magma is what make America great again. Like there was meant to be some former like state of greatness that was there, but then look, the reality of it is that there never was greatness. There's just vile filth.
Well, that's even the thing, because it's kind of funny because the greatness of America is actually tied to the subjugating of slavery, hardcore bondage of the children of Israel.
People, yeah.
So basically, it's actually a stain on their. That's the canker that basically going to glue their downfall. So the greatness they're searching for is basically non-existent. Because basically, you're just going to forward the affliction. It's going to be more and more and more. And then guess what? The Heavenly Father is going to have to say, you know what? You're going to learn, man.
Well, what did the Lord say in Revelation? He said, oh no, you read, bro. Read.
No, finish your.
The Lord said, remember, he said in Revelation that the America, well, he didn't say it as America, but Babylon, the sins have reached to heaven.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's what more can it do, basically? There's many scriptures on that basically you've done so much. It's like, it's time now.
It's time.
No?
This is right.
It's right, man.
I've got a quick one. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord, Yahweh of Hashem Yahweh Shai's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall.
That's right, go on, bro. Shameful spewing shall be brought upon thee.
That's right.
Upon thee. Because the Lord's now revealing the shame of this society. You know? The shame of the Western Empire, if you like. Which really includes America, Babylon, the UK, Britannia, and the allies of this system. Basically, there's shame is being revealed, man. Mass genocides, murder, etc., etc. Drug dealing, the basis of men, the Epstein files.
Yep.
This is all shameful spirit, man. The Epstein files, the goddamn. The Epstein files. There was one thing said one of the mansions was like a fucking you have a slide door that leads to the ocean. So then they just throw the bodies out there. Like these men are like, remember Willy Wonka, the chocolate factory? Charlie and the chocolate factory, and he had the golden ticket, and in the chocolate factory you had all these mystery trapdoors, and that film was subliminal as well. But the thing is, it showed you that in the Epstein file, they said there was a slide rule door in one of the mansions that leads to the ocean. Like, what the hell are these guys getting up to? And that's one mansion of many, by the way. You know what I'm saying? And it was even shown in the Epstein files, you had like top government officials of America, they would fly to Afghanistan for Boy Thursday. You know, Afghanistan, you know, they said, that it's coming out that Afghanistan, the US military is culturally. But guess what? You had a lot of officials from Babylon go there into that region. And remember, those regions was already conquered by Alexander the Great, and they had a lot of wars with them. So that history goes back from then anyway. So it shows you all this is coming out, bro. And top names are mentioned in the Epstein files. Trump's name's mentioned in it countless times. But they rubbed it out, basically. They rubbed it out.
Desensitizing the people.
Desensitizing the people. But, this is the shameful spewing of this society. How you got the place. What did you do to Jake? It's only now do they really even want to even acknowledge our plight. You know, now because it's the end of this system, you can't afford to not mention it. You have to talk about the plight of Israel.
And that's kind of prophecy as well.
Prophecy, man. If it was up to man,
Seeking to please the...
you fucking grew up watching American movies from the 50s, 60s. You think niggas didn't exist?
Yeah.
You know them old American movies. Hey, baby. You know the one, the slick back, Fonzie looking white dude with the family and that. You think Jake never existed?
There's
Wow,
like
the
two,
white
there's
picket
two,
fence.
The white picket fence spirit.
there's
Yeah.
like one guy that's just like
He's fucked.
he puts petrol in their car. That's it, bro.
That's it. In that rural, he puts petrol in the car in that rural. No, nice one, man. He puts petrol in the car in that rural petrol station.
Yeah,
And he just got that one bandana on.
Yeah, he shares some ancient wisdom, like
Yeah.
And then he said, that's it.
You think Jake didn't exist, but now, see, because it's the end of this world, that shameful spewing as I was reading, they have to acknowledge Jake. They have to acknowledge.
Even with technology as well, that's really put broadcast a lot of things. Because now it's like even when you go to the military aspects, as far as like what's happening in Gaza, I remember it was like 2010-9. There was people protesting back then. There was a whole wave of people like, the Israel-Palestine thing. Now it's like you've got uncensored 4K footage of
Babies
all kinds of
blowing off.
all kinds of
Brains
madness.
hanging out.
Yeah.
Just like one search away, you can see live footage of what happened.
On Instagram.
Yeah.
The way.
That's why that Sean, is it Sean White? No, I can't remember his name. Sean something. He was basically, his channel was like his page on Instagram.
Oh, did they take it off?
Yeah, because he was just putting stuff out there. It's like,
Broadcast.
you know, he's getting fucked up. Like, wow, so that's why it's like now, the view of Ian in the public, especially with the Israelis, the way everyone looks at them is like,
That's very true, bro.
That's why you're seeing them. This is why these tea attacks are happening.
Yeah.
Because right before that happened, I saw I was on Insta and I kept seeing back-to-back videos of people seeing, you Israeli?
Yeah.
In Brazil,
Yeah.
and they're just beating them up.
Vietnam,
Thailand,
they refuse them. They
don't
refuse to
like
serve them in shops.
Yeah, so you see, and then everyone's saying, I see why these people got kicked out of all these different countries.
Everyone's. There's one video. There's a viral restaurant. Yeah, read the description. There's one viral restaurant in Vietnam. The guy goes viral now because everyone that's against them juices goes to eat in his shop because it went viral. And refused to kick them out of the store, so it went viral. So that's taking place all over the world, man. So it's the signs of the times.
Yeah.
Signs of the times,
Transition of
man.
power.
Exactly.
Sorry.
It's all in the scriptures, you know.
This is Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
And it's become even more evident now. Everything's coming to an end. Because the thing is again, we mentioned it before. The issues that people are now like, blah blah blah. They've been like them issues were around like in the 60s. But the only thing was because there was so much abundance, you could life was good enough. You could still get your holidays, you still had your family, you still had your house, you could do certain things. But then as far as it's like the civilization was already fucked. But then now it's started to it's hit a point where even those little comforts they can't get. They're like, damn, maybe there's something wrong here. Maybe the 1%'s got too much.
Oh yeah.
All of a sudden, you're investing. Because why? It's because from the beginning, the wicked were on authority. The system they established was based off unrighteousness.
You know, it's funny because the other day I was skimming through social media and it showed, remember Flintstones, the show?
Yeah.
And they were like supposedly in the Stone Age.
Yeah.
And simultaneously in that time you had the cartoon, the Jetsons.
Yeah.
But apparently it was meant to be an interlinked cartoon.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Where the Jetsons was basically elites. They were in Elysium.
Oh,
and
really?
the Flintstones were in the bottom.
Oh, on the bottom. Okay.
That's why whenever you watch the Flintstones, the main guy in the Flintstones, the dad, Fred Flintstone, he like made shit that they had up top. They're trying to copy the elites. It's like basically they were getting, and then this.
What'd you do?
Yes,
What the fuck? Hey. Bro, that is
What the hell is that, bro?
And you know, he said, he said, Jesus has arrived.
Yeah.
Yo, this
What's going on, bro?
the wind got rapid, man.
What's that wrong? What's going on, man?
And the wind got strong, boy.
Isn't it?
The wind got strong on that motherfucker.
You know, that's crazy.
Real strong.
No, you said about the Jetsons.
Yeah.
I think that's. I
that
wouldn't be
Elysium?
surprised, yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I think they might have done like a link up like movie or whatever later on. But then that's the thing is like with like that's been a concept from the beginning. People really are aware, but then it's just as far like the real reality is there's no might in people's hands.
No, Mike, and that's why we need Yahweh Shai, man. It's
right.
funny because I thought he might have known you, bro. That's why
I thought we might know you.
Oh,
That's
you stop. I'm
what I was thinking. I thought you know someone. What's up? I was gonna say, you alright? You alright, bro? Anyway, the thing is, that was funny. The thing is, what you're going into. That's why the only answer is Yahweh Shai. You see, the answer got ties into the scriptures, and the wicked elite know this. The wicked elite know this is the truth.
That's right.
You know, there's not. Come on, bro.
Come on, bro. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse. I'm gonna start from the top. It says, "But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night."
Exactly. So Yahweh Shai is going to come when the world least expects it, but we expecting it. Even the scripture says only your Father knows when He's going to send Him back. But the Most High gave us no man know of the hour.
Yep,
The Father and the Son give us signs. So we are actually patiently waiting. We're waiting for Yahweh Shai. See, even though the scenes we're witnessing at the moment, it does remind you of like Independence Day, innit? Different marches, motherfuckers with banners, then them shit.
Children of men.
Children of men. This is the society we're in. This is, bro. Keep your eye on the swivel because anything can happen. Things can happen at this time we're in. Age of provocateurs, all these damn false flags, all these damn mega events that's taking place, mega marches and all this stuff that's happening.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a beautiful time.
It is.
Second is 15, but one people shall stand up
Against another. That's what's happening, bro. It's clear.
And we don't have to worry because the moment he makes his move, Most High is going to deliver us. Lord, that's our faith, man.
This is a necessity.
Yeah.
According to biblical prophecy, this is necessary to go down.
Yeah.
You know? But in the midst of all of that, what does Psalms 34:7 say? The angels of the Lord encampeth about them that fear Him and delivereth them. So
That's what we wait. That's what we want, man.
That's right.
Protection, but we can't wait. And but see, all these things that's happening, we've got to remember. Even though to tie it into us, you deal with shit in this world, bro. We're at the end.
Yeah,
We're at the fucking end for real. That's the truth. We tie into this BS we deal with and that, but we are at the end, literally, bro. Look what it's playing out in front of our eyes, man. End of this world, bro.
Yeah, I've got a bit more. Verse 3. But when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
And no one ain't see because it's time. You mentioned it earlier. It's right now. That's when he's putting the cross out. See the kid, he's showing us the cross. Because, we're already bearing our cross on it. It says kingdom. Someone was walking with it. It said Jesus on it earlier as well. Because they liken themselves Christians. Bro,
All of a
This is
sudden,
the Albert Pike, man.
it's the Albert Pike,
This is
bro.
the
The
Muslims and the Christians, the political Zionists and the Christians.
And you see what they've done in this system as well. They've tied like Islam and the opposite to this system. They've tied it to people of color.
Yep.
Whenever you see a dark man or a black man with a beard, he's a Muslim. You get me? You don't know what the hell's going on. And the funny thing is, people. Anyway, and by the way, who the world calls JC is a black man. By the way, you know what I'm saying? That's another surprise they're gonna be shocked for. He's a black man. He's a so-called black man.
They desire to see the day of the Lord. Or
Right.
even what Amos says it as well. About them desiring it, but they don't know to what end.
You don't even know what end. You don't even know what he looks like. You don't know what he's coming back for. You know what I'm saying? We know what he looks like. We know what he's coming back for. He's coming for the Israelite elect.
he said, "What will life be already kindled?"
What will life already be kindled? Exactly.
That's right.
So the Lord's coming back, man. Not the Lord the world expects.
You got more than us?
No, that was it.
Jeremiah 51:6, it says, "Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord Yahweh's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh's hand, that made all
Can
the earth."
I say something wrong? Because it says the time of vengeance. a lot of these people, they don't seem to realize that in this book, the scriptures speak about the lamentations, mournings, and the woes. They think that this is some fairy tale shit. That everything just, yeah, everything will be alright, everything's gonna calm down. Now you can't even, your flights are getting cancelled. They ain't no jet fuel, that's all they're saying. Since they closed the Straits of Hormuz, they ain't no, the farmers ain't getting the fertilizer. All kinds of shit's happening
Bro,
right
even
now,
subtly,
man.
you know, it's bloody, bro. Bloody, £100 doesn't last a fucking
it's true.
couple of days anymore.
It's true.
Like subtly, you see that
Fill up
even
one
though
basket.
you fill up one basket. I seen Audi, fucking shit got expensive, like 50 quid. Ain't buying you a lot that much. Man, just about. It's mad.
It's not stretching.
It's not
You
stretching,
used
bro.
to be able to feed like a family for a week.
With like
yeah.
80 quid
Yeah,
of Audi.
under 100.
You have to really be even cautious with that now. It's like shit. That's how you know the times have changed. The
And
inflation
everything's
skyrocketed.
got smaller as well. It's not even just
Shrinkflation.
the price. Yeah, the price
Yeah,
stayed the same. Like you're getting used to
There's
get
less
the
yogurt.
the big 5 litre. Now you're getting the 2,
Bro,
2.5.
the big yogurt, there's less in it now. I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is this? There was less Greek yogurt in the thing. It's like things are definitely getting tighter, bro.
Yeah, hold on a minute. The scriptures speak about that in Revelation 6, though. We're in a time with the black horse.
Yeah,
You know, a measure of wheat for a penny,
Yeah.
3 measures of barley for a penny. That's hyperinflation. You know, you got shrinkflation, hyperinflation, the purchasing power of the debt RMs, like Elder Ramar says. The debt RMs ain't, the purchasing power is weaker. You can't, you know, it ain't stretching like the brother Imam was saying. It ain't stretching no more.
Ain't no more, bro.
You know?
I know. Next week anyway.
You're gonna take this. Oh,
You forgot I didn't even message.
What you can do?
Yeah,
Don't worry, what you can do is, we'll sort that with Nate.
Yeah.
Come
Can't.
and maybe
Shalom.
So I want, man. Because I got.
No, but what we can do is,
Yeah, just thinking.
don't worry, we sort it. Keep it
Because
to
the
the
thing,
fire,
yeah,
innit? Don't worry,
it's just like
It'll be sorted.
because
It'll be sorted.
he messaged me.
Let's just teach, bro. It'll be sorted.
Yeah.
We'll organize it.
So thinking it
It
says.
can be.
Yeah. So verse 7 says, Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. And even with that drunkenness, I was going to say, even with all this confusion about, you know, what you're going to be able to bring about, people thinking, you know, blah, 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 Britain, MAGA, whatever the hell, that's all confusion. That's basically just you know, wine news given to you.
Yeah.
So you're thinking, you're all invested in this. But then you don't realize, like, the thing is, you don't realize you're fighting for something. Your elite aren't fighting for that. Bro, in the kit, these guys ain't looking to have in their system. They don't care about no Great Britain.
They don't care
no
about
America.
They never did. Remember, Babylon, America, for example, has always been their cash cow. It's always been a big experiment.
The war?
Now, for example, England is it's the war. That's right. You hit the nail on it. England, for example, is a country, but let's say England really goes back to Jake anyway. Not like these ways like England was always white. No, it wasn't. England was ruled by Jake anyway. That's where the names come from. England, Great Britannia. England's land of the angels. That's Jake ruling it. But still, the Amalekite elites that rule these lands, they made England a cash cow also. It's a business hub for them. So you as the Goyim have never been involved in that. You've always just been given certain perks. Now they're taking it from the Goyim citizens of the land. They don't care about you. They're going to cut back. They're going to mass cull you, man. You know what I'm saying? They're going to mass cull these people, man. That's how that goes. They're going to mass cull. They're going to mass cull these people.
Oh, yeah.
That's how that goes. You know?
It says it says Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Out for her, take balm for her pain, if so be she may be ill.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is really all this they're doing is trying to find some way. These guys are locked on this system. But bro, it's like the elite ain't locked on the system. They're thinking about the money. They're thinking about getting you guys in super slavery. They're not thinking about, we need to, we need to bring the Magna Carta. They don't think about no fucking Magna Carta. And no fucking, what reform saying in the do.
Oh yeah, you know what, the funny thing is, I was thinking about that reform stuff, what's comedic about that? It's basically the same thing as, remember when they did Brexit? Brexit was basically a form of this.
Yeah.
That was their hope of
Yeah,
getting rid of the
it's
immigrants.
what, it's 10 years.
10 years in.
It was Brexit.
It damaged the country.
Yeah. Bro, they said it's been nothing but negative, like, it's all negatives.
Even the people that voted Brexit wish they should have left Europe.
Yeah.
And you know what, now another thing that's happening is, when this reform crumbles, basically, this is another hope that people can cling to. But what you find out is they're lesser of the same evil. It's the same parties, man. That's what you still don't get it.
But that's the thing is, it's like the whole, like it's meant to be, it's gonna, bro, it's like that was what Brexit before.
Exactly.
You meant to say, we're gonna take our own destiny in our own hands. You realize, bro, your destiny's in the hands of your elites and always has been.
And you know what's funny to me, because I saw it was St. George's Day the other day. St. George was a Negro, man. He was a so-called black man out of Turkey, Greece, and that. You know what I'm saying? He was a martyr. He was an Israelite. The same thing when we see Great Britain. Who united the kingdom of Great Britain? King James. King James was an Israelite. So this is his, but that's the mysteries. King James was a so-called Negro, man, but that's the mysteries. But the Lord's going to reveal all this. Yahweh Shai, who the world calls JC, people walking around with a cross saying JC. He's we say it again, he's a black man, man. You're going to be, man, this place is just, but guess what? The Rothschilds know the truth.
One more verse. Said verse 9, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go every one into his own country.
Yeah, and it ain't gonna. Babylon is America, which ain't no healing for America. Look at it; it's filled with drug addicts. You seen the opioid pandemic? Yeah. That's a curse. You see a whole town, people like this laid on the ground. You seen that shit?
Slumped.
Downtown Philadelphia, Skid Row.
What is it? Yeah, it's San Fran. Even over here in the UK as well. Yeah. That homeless problem. They'll say, when was it? It was not Will and Kate's wedding. It was fucking Meghan and Harry, their wedding. They were saying they they went to what was it, to Windsor, and they said they were just getting the homeless out of there.
There's
so
them out.
There's so many homeless around.
Bro,
it was just like, what can they even do?
Well, I saw something in San Francisco. There's a pandemic of people like taking dumps in the street where it's caused like, like a poison, air pollution, all that. That's what that's called, right? It's all fucked up. And you see parts of Babylon, there's no healing. It's a curse that the Lord put on it.
Yeah, it's demonic.
The poverty is immense. The people strung out on the drugs is immense. Even infrastructure is destroyed. Pothole streets, goddamn whole. Yeah.
You got that guy in Edge.
Whole dents. Hey, bro, you're right.
Guys, stop the recording. So maybe just go around the other side.
You know what happened? We was around the other side, but because of the protest, we just wanted to find a quiet area quickly to do our thing, basically, until they pass away.
It's not loud.
So can we move here maybe? Away from your thing?
No, just main road, please.
Main road, yeah?
Yeah, thank you.
What do you think around?
We could do it.
Go around the front, quite cool. Cool. Sorry, bro. Sorry, yeah?
Off that side,
Don't worry, man. Just grab the stuff.
unless you want to turn it into
Just grab
an
the.
application and get on that main side of the building.
But you know, we kind of swung around
We
it.
might do that. This might be a split. Well, I don't go so do it there. Fuck it. Everyone will do it.
Just grab the. I'll put the back, yeah? Yeah, just leave that fucking car stand. Oh, that's yours, yeah? Cool. Well, thanks.
Process. It was like police pulling up on the road, just banging, and it's like noisy as well. Yeah, fucking children of men. It doesn't. Like, I came out, I was like, bro, what the hell happened? Man said, like, what's his name?
No, this is meant to be something active. They're making a dump with this shit. It's like all the things.
No, they're done.
Oh, hell. You know what they're talking about? Yeah.
You talk more about people putting rubbish down. There's people going to the street to clean the event like this.
Fucking man up, innit?
Makes no sense.
I'm on, do you think that's too far out of the road? Nick, you're going to be like that, standing around like that, innit?
Yeah.
Well, you can get in, I'll stand in.
We're just gonna.
You got that thing like.
You know why I'm saying
Yeah,
that? Because
things
someone
like
might try and do some funny bit.
You made the reason why we had to move.
No, I'm on.
I swear that. You read
Sorry, I feel Speak stuff like that. Speak stuff like that. Look at the truth. Who's that?
Nate's made that to me. I'm not even
No,
joking.
the way he gives that thing
I see
came
the
up.
guy, look, he got scared, he got
That's no problem. When that's for minutes, he was like, he wasn't saying shit. He saw Nate. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. They was like, I was like, oh.
Go ahead, please. You roll up smooth, you didn't go frantic. Erratic.
Go ahead.
I said, look,
Oh shit.
you got to watch this fella, man. You got to watch, keep your eye on him.
Yeah, Ezekiel 21:9.
I
It says,
said I'm going to hold the camera anyway, so don't worry. That's what I said I'll do it. I said already, flow the spirit. Don't worry about that. Like you fucking black hole and
Crack in the ground, like.
Go on, brother. Go on, huh?
It's Ezekiel 21:9. Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh. Say, his sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sword slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter.
Right.
Should we then make mirth?
Yeah. Speak, bro.
That's a reality. As far as the time we're in now, it's a time where prophecies coming to a head.
Yeah.
And everything we're seeing, as far as when you're dealing with World War III, that's not a matter of mirth, having a good time. Or
We're here now.
That's going to be bringing agonies. The thing is we're even in the lead up to World War III,
Yeah.
and then already what the economic pain, economic misery is already being hit by people.
Economic woes.
Everyone's talking about the price at the pump. Everyone's
Yeah,
talking about
man.
the cost of things
Bible.
going up and whatnot. These things are all getting ready. You already can see from that it's not going to be peace. But then what? It's going to come down to great violence as well.
Exactly.
Because you're going to be shipped off into these locations, and it's going to be a meat grind. They'll say even it was what, as soon as the conflict started with Iran, they had a bunch of bases that weren't even in, like they were just on the periphery of it.
People know
And then
you
what?
are, man.
Drone
That other
strikes
dude
are
said
taking
that
that
they're
out.
black Israelites.
Right.
They're black Hebrew Israelites. Why? What do you mean why?
I said right.
Oh, salam. Salam.
I knew what he was doing. Man.
Y'all got it.
It says, he contemneth the rod of my son as every tree, and he hath given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to give it into the hands of the slayer.
Right. That's that. Esau's army basically.
Yeah.
Coming down on Jacob, coming down on this wall, basically. That's what's getting ready to happen.
Purge.
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 The armies of Rome coming down on the people, in particular the Israelites. I told you, Ezra, they're going to come into cities, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be total chaos, bro. It's the time we're in. And even all this, what we're seeing now, just represents the confusion. It's just their confusion. It's wrong. There's like 4 different programs for different things taking place now.
Second and 9. 4 different processes.
There's like 4 for all different things. There's 4 different programs. This one against Palestine. You've got one for take down the state of the Iranian state. You've got 4 different programs.
You've got climate change
Climate
protests.
change.
You've got worldwide protests.
This shit is in uproar. Yeah.
That's good job. Yeah.
This shit is in uproar.
Second Ezra, chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
That's a sign that we know the Lord is near because of these things taking place. Uproars of the people. You know what I'm saying? People fighting and debating about religion, etc., etc. People debating about politics. All of a sudden, the world's all interested in politicians now. You're a little late to the party because the new world order is already implemented. But anyway, the point is this. These are signs that Yahweh Shai is near. No, what did the Lord say? When these things take place, when you know my time is close to come.
Yeah.
Basically.
Well, digital ID, man.
Well, you heard the so-called king recently. What did he say? He mentioned the digital ID.
Prime ministers.
He said he's going to now give the power to his prime ministers to implement what? The digital ID, which is all leading to that mark of the beast.
And these people thought it calmed down. Because Keir Starmer, he was the one that said he wasn't going to shirt it.
Oh yeah.
He wasn't going to duck it. Keir Starmer, right? But then it calmed
There's
down, and then guess what?
He said as well, man, the other day. He said another thing, like, I seen it when I have to find it. He said another slogan. Just as good as that one.
Punchlines.
But both, you know, it's funny because every time a new politician comes in, a new prime minister or a new president, they're always going to be the one to change things. Then it comes out that there's another scapegoat.
Yeah.
The country hates them in like 3 years.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. They want him out. Right? Because why? Because really, all these politicians are they're pulled by strings by the money masters, the elites. They pull the strings and they just follow along. And then the lower people fucking get him out of office. But it's not him controlling anything. It's not him controlling
They're
anything.
getting all invested.
They're all invested because they know how to grip you emotionally. Because you can't see, most people don't see the bigger picture, man.
That's right, yeah. Verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world.
Which is what we're seeing now. You know?
Yeah, the uproars of the people, it's like the scale that it's got to now. Is why I remember it was even before you had the lockdown, you had in France, remember doing the yellow vest protest?
Yeah, the Gilets jaunes.
Yeah.
Remember the Gilets jaunes?
Everyone went out. Every blood
It's a
clot.
private thing. You're good, man. You're good, man.
Them man were out non-stop. Because why? As far as now everyone's basically feeling everyone's feeling the pain.
Right.
That's the thing. The reason that you couldn't go to now is because why? You had all these different issues on the earth. Now people are just now it's really impacting their life.
Yeah, because daily life is people's daily lives have become fucked up. And see before when international politics and stuff was taking place, it was hidden from the masses. It was things that didn't affect your bubble. Now that it's affecting the people's bubble, now everyone want to say they want things changed. Listen, there is no change in what's already set in course, man. It's all being planned out. It's written, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Things got to get worse before they're gonna get better. And when we say better, it's gonna be better when the Lord returns. That's what we're waiting for.
That's right. It says, then
That's
shall...
gonna change this system, change things.
That's right.
Yeah?
Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Exactly. So Yahushua spoke of these things for generations. When he actually, during the time of Rome, in the book of Acts, the Lord spoke of these specific dates, these times. You know, throughout the scriptures, in the book of Acts in particular, the Lord did speak about these specific times coming in. Paul spoke about it.
Yep.
The time when the wicked will be revealed,
Yeah,
which
that's
is
right.
basically, they knew then who the Romans were, but it wasn't the
Son
time.
of perdition.
It was son of perdition. But it wasn't the time for the full revelation.
It needed to be shown to the whole world. And that's really a lot of these things now is a time where all those dark secrets are basically being unearthed.
Yeah.
The biggest one is who Esau Edom is, which is a so-called white man. When you go into even the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, they already knew.
Yeah, that's
They
right.
knew for Esau Edom, he was the only neighbor of the Israelites that had no promise of future mercy. His judgment was gonna be like the key judgment, man.
Right.
Where he's gonna be taken out of the
The
way.
scene of great future judgments.
Yeah.
I hope it's on.
And because of that, then it's like, who's this?
Got it.
Well, so yeah, man. But it really shows the elite really know. They know who they are.
Got it. Right, this is from the Zondervan's Bible Dictionary, and it says the definition for Edom. It says Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures.
They're prophetically. So as far as for speaking of the time of the end, which is now. And that's the thing, that's the reason why all these things are now become a key focus. Bro, it's like even when you think about UFOs, UAPs, talking about the chariots, that's been a thing for, I remember going back to the 60s, 50s, like ages ago. But now all of a sudden, they're going down to the Senate and they're talking about, okay, what are these UFO files? What's a military scene? What different reports? What videos you've got? All these different things being spoken about. Because why? Now's the time of the end. Now's the time where the truth of, oh, those are the chariots of the Heavenly Father. Okay, that's coming out. And it's being shown to the whole world. Everyone's forgotten, like, what was it? New Jersey syndrome, man.
Yeah. It says, as the scene of great future judgments. See notably Isaiah chapter 34 and 5 and 6 and Isaiah chapter 63 verse 1. She is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not given any promise of mercy from Yahweh.
Yeah, they were basically marked and specified as they weren't going to have no mercy. And then you go to Romans as well. It says, I'll have mercy on whom I'll have mercy. The Lord can basically dish out mercy for so desires. But then it was specified that for Esau, Edom, there was going to be no mercy there. And that's the role he has to play. He has to be that wicked, that wicked that exceeds all wickedness that's ever existed before.
Yeah. And this is the only kingdom where the mass confusion is ridiculous. There's so much confusion in this society. In ancient societies, people had more structure than what they have today. Even when you had the Persians ruling, people knew, Israel knew, it was fading away, but Israel knew who they were. This is the only society where Israelites didn't even know who the fuck they were for set generations. So it just shows you. Go on.
Most of the nations don't know who they are.
No one, technically, most of the nations don't know who the hell they are. It's the only system that's ever existed that's happened. And that filters down to the wicked elite rulers, man, which is the Rothschilds, the bankers, the money masters. They control the mind, they control the history is written by who? The victors. So they rewritten the fucking history books. Right? That's why you get this mass confusion. People don't know whether they're coming or going. This is the only time when people have been labeled by a fucking coloring book. That person's yellow. That person, I've never seen a yellow motherfucker in my life. Show me someone that's yellow. Show me some, go on.
Isaiah 25 and 7.
Yeah.
And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all the people and the veil that is spread over all nations.
So the Bible calls it a covering cast. The covering cast is a covering cast. Well, there's truth to some. There's some truth to that. But the Bible goes into that. The covering cast over the people. That's why the masses of people are angry because truth's being revealed. But before the veil was lifted and truth weren't coming out, people were just happy living their daily lives. But now, because basically, like I said, the bubble, you know, the bubble is being burst because reality is coming to pass.
Okay,
no?
Daniel 12 and 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end.
Exactly. So that's what, for a time, the Lord had the truth of the Bible hidden. That's why you have the word revelation means to reveal. Now we're getting the true understanding of.
God bless you.
God bless you as well. God bless you. God bless you. You too. Now we're getting the understanding of, you know, basically we're getting now the understanding of the book of Revelation. It's being revealed because the Lord shut it up for a period. Then He said, what did He say? That there's the I can't remember how He labeled it. The time of the end. I can't remember how He labeled it. It will be. There would be one that would reveal it again, which was Yahweh Shai, isn't it? Remember in Revelation? I can't remember, is it Revelation 5? It's the man that will be to unloose the seals.
Yeah, you're talking about, it said there was one worthy to loose the seals.
One worthy to.
And then it basically was saying regret because no one was worthy to loose the seals. But Yahweh Shai is the only one that was able to do that.
Yahweh Shai.
That's why you got a verse of Yahweh Shai.
And then Yahweh Shai, what he did is he taught their disciples the truth, and then that's how we got it basically. The Lord revealed it to the elect today, basically. That's how we can be on the earth and we can break down Revelation, huh? You know what I'm saying? The book's open again, basically. And because the scriptures are being taught worldwide throughout the four corners, that's why these things are taking place. That's why these things are taking place, bro. You know?
It says, many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. Now's the time where that knowledge has been increased.
Yeah.
Because even to the level where, like, things that are known, well, there's a lot of people, there's the key question we ask people when they come up is, do you know what the mark of the beast is?
Exactly.
And that's something where it's like, you go back 10, 15 years, no one could answer them. Now you ask people, they'll say, oh, the microchip.
Yeah.
There's like more people than not will kind of know. They'll have an idea of it. Because why? That's something that's been pushed out.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. And you saw the so-called king. We're going to go back to him. He sat on that chair recently. What did he say? Or on the throne, and he said that he's going to give his prime ministers the power to start pushing the digital IDs. That's talking about the mark of the beast. And you know that even the King Charles, right? His masters are the Rothschilds also. They control him. So they're just implementing the ideology of the New World Order. So the masses ain't prepared. Most of these people they're gonna get see hit, man. Not to mention also, man, Maya was talking about it. There's another so-called virus in the air, the anti-virus, which they were even talking about lockdowns in America a couple of weeks ago. Lockdowns in Scotland. It's in Scotland. Yeah.
I think it's a few European countries.
Scotland. And they're locking up the borders. Scotland to England.
What's this all about then?
The Bible.
The Bible.
Yep.
Christians.
That's right.
12 tribes of Israel. Down with that, fellas. Good on you.
That's it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
But you know what? You gotta tell them that they're
I'm
thinking
gonna
about
break down nothing to them. Just let them know they always say about the Bible, Bible. To break that shit. Sitting there, they're gonna have a brain freeze. Right now he's thinking about the froth. He's thinking about the froth from that Stella right now. They're gonna have a brain freeze. It's the Bible. When they say that, what's this about? The Bible. Bye.
Yeah, good on you.
Scriptures. It's about the scriptures, bro. It's about the Bible, bro.
You're gonna be able to reason with
Is
this,
it?
man.
It's one. The thing is, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, the scriptures talk about warm to them that can feel right to the area. And that scripture, it's all about iPod.
The Bible.
The Bible.
Yes.
Keir Starmer, bro.
Dedicate,
Say
brother.
about Keir
That's
Starmer.
you,
Love you all.
You too, bro. Take care, man.
Love you all.
Yes, brother.
Good time.
Cool. Go on, bro. Go on, man.
Yeah, man.
How much? You was reading something, right? Oh, that. What about the anti-virus in Scotland and all that? It's all over the world, bro. Really.
I don't know what's going on. I knew it. I was going to ask. I knew it. I seen one person coming. I said, "They're fucking my stream." I was on
they're fucking
I was on
really
yours and yours.
Everyone else is just fine.
Fine.
Everyone else is just running smooth, like.
I had something as well. Did you have something, Nate?
Yeah. I had
Go on.
Everyone else is
Right,
just
this
running
is
smooth.
Second Thessalonians.
I'll go to other streets, and this is smooth.
Go on, bro.
Second Thessalonians
You
2
have
and
to
8.
quickly drop the Bible on them because they're questioning what we're doing. So I don't want to.
Bro, it's
See
like
you later.
if you say anything other than
They're gonna-
you teach Christian,
That's it. It's basically to them. You know how they're looking at us, right? Exactly. Go on, bro.
And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. Sorry, 2 Thessalonians 2 and 8.
Right.
And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Satan on 4 legs. Now that's the thing. It's been a mystery basically over time. These are part of the knowledge of sin, to understand who the wicked is, who that judgment's going to apply to. Even in this time now, you ask the average Joe Bloggs who Esau Edom is, they're going to be in an hour. That's something that's even to know who the wicked is. That's a deep knowledge. So these are things where now it's that it has been fulfilled, and then the beauty of it, with it being fulfilled, is then that's pushing to the kingdom coming together. Yahweh making his return. Because as far as that pushes the whole spirit. That's what the elites are watching. They're seeing, these guys are bringing out the truth of the Bible. Exactly. These guys are bringing out key information as far as to understand, to understand the time. They're thinking, damn, we need to move quicker with what we're doing. That Revelation 12 and 12 coming down with great wrath because he knows he's got a short time. And that's the reality of the matter. He's really coming down with that force.
Yeah.
I can even read that. You got more on that next.
Son. Oh my days.
Yeah, so that's
Oh,
it,
yeah,
bro.
it's his body.
I'll read this.
It's a great veil, bro. That
Wanna leave it, you'll
the
leave.
Lord's revealing all things
Put any
these
chart.
days. You know?
Let me just
And you know what? You
see.
can see
Get some power.
that society as a whole is on the brink of chaos.
Zoom in and zoom out.
It's only a matter of time. Because people in uproar about their governments, etc. What did the Bible say? In Esdras, it says it's going to turn into chaos eventually. For lack of bread, the inflation, it's going to make people get lose their mind.
Because of the, yeah, oh, I've got a precept
It's going
on
to
that.
make people get violent,
You
man.
might as well get yours one after.
You know what I mean? It's going to make people get.
I got one. 2nd Ezra 16.
Come in. Get in there, bro.
2nd Ezra 16, verse 21. It said, Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
Right.
Even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
Yeah, everyone really thought it was going to maintain, a good time. It's funny because after the financial crash in 2008, you had like what 0% interest
Exactly,
rates
exactly.
for like a decade.
Of course.
Then because of that, for you to get like finance on a car,
Exactly,
get a
you have to
yard,
say it,
get
you
a loan, like those men were doing all kinds of financing. It'll be dirt cheap and very easy to get. Those people living beyond their means because they're like, damn, yo, this is real good. But then the trap of it is that all those interest, it was only for a set period of time, and even then, it was basically like a band-aid fix on top of the real issues because the economy was still cooked. And then that really came to a head with the pandemic. Once the lockdown came in and no one could work, they're like, okay, we're going to give everyone money, but as soon as it come to, okay, we've got to pay that back, the cost of everything's going up. Then war started, the cost of everything went up again. And now we got what? The war in Iran? Then you have fuel getting hit. 20% of the fuel that goes around the whole earth is basically cut off.
Wait, if I can say this, if you notice, there was you had the furloughs. Then when people got comfortable, people actually got comfortable just sitting on the couch getting paid. But then that's, where you got the term what gradualism, and pretty much you got it to where it's going to be what universal basic income. Remember getting handouts from the government. People were so happy to do that. I'm just getting paid for sitting at home. A lot of people are just getting paid for sitting at home even now. You've got these hybrid jobs where you can work from home and stuff. People are getting lockdown dogs, lockdown pets. You know what I mean? Because they told you that you couldn't leave the house. Everyone was on the lockdown, and that wasn't even that long ago. So they got you used to it. They basically fattened you up for the kill. And like we read earlier, Ezekiel 21:9, the sword is being sharpened, and there's going to be a great slaughter. So when Esau allows them troops to come out here, it's just going to be purged, bro. That's when you least expect it, because you've been fattened. You know what I'm saying? Like everything was going good. Victual was so good, cheap upon the earth. You could go to the stores. You could pick up this, you could pick up that. Even during the time of the pandemic, there was food rationing.
Yeah.
You could only get one egg per person. People were lining up,
Remember say, the tins of tuna, all that.
6 feet apart. You know, you had to be 6.
Yeah, remember that? Yeah. Man, that's a monster. Sorry, can you not get so close?
Yeah. That's some draconian measures, man.
Losing them. But then it's like everyone was running with it as well. In no time flat, the resistance was done. So that's the thing, is the next time when they come in with further things, everyone's really it's going to be very easy for people to snap to it.
Just do it. This is the chaos. I got
Other one. Revelation 12 and 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now has come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of his anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death. So, what we're contending with is Esau's coming with, never-ending opposition to what we're doing. As far as just as we go in, week out, while prophesying, doing the shows during the week, pushing the spirit out, it's the same for the elites. They're doing the same thing on the left-hand side. They're contending, trying to push through their desires, they're trying to establish their kingdom and get their system set up. So these, that because of that, then it's now you have all these different events now pushing forward. And this is the thing is with every little prophecy we see get fulfilled, it means we're closer and closer. And that's the thing, is now it's really hit a point where it's for anyone to say it's not the time of the end, you know, you're living in delusion. Because as far as even within the, if you're just looking at it through Esau's system, you think like how is a country even going to continue? How is a system even going to make sense? You have to think it's like they said, what do you call it? The Conservatives, they had like what 4 prime ministers in the space of like a year.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck is going on at that point? At that point it's already done.
Come on, man.
Chaos.
And now you just had the local elections. Everyone's saying Starmer needs to leave.
He had it on his megaphone. Yeah, Star Wars, you know. That's what they're doing. Hey, but that's prophecy. What does the scripture say? They shall not regard their king.
You believe in the Bible? Tell him what the fuck is he playing that? Tell him that we read. Yeah.
He went through our camera, man. He doesn't believe in religion.
Oh, that's saying okay.
I believe in our Almighty God. Great Savior, our Lord Jesus Christ.
You wanted to make a scene about it, but it's all right. You can do it. Tell him.
I'm forever trying to tell him, say, look, mate, just chill out, just accept. He's like, nah, I can't get my head around it.
He said he doesn't believe. He said he doesn't believe in the religion of that.
Yes, brothers.
Yes, brother.
Hey, bro.
Yes, brother.
You're military or something. Are you military? Yeah, you are, aren't you? I can tell. You're military. No, he's not. His boys there.
Ex-military.
Yeah, you can see it. You can see it.
How can you tell that?
You just tell, bro. You see, it's so written, so it's everything. I can tell these things.
God bless you, man.
All right, man. You're happy married. You're a happy married man though now, aren't you? You're a happy married man though, aren't you now, innit? Yeah, I know these things, man.
Shit.
No, this shit is all, these men are all like sensitive at the moment.
I finish on this. Therefore, verse Revelation 4.
It's because they had all the military boys there. There's a set of them.
Some of them had the hat on and I've seen there's been groups of them going past.
You know what? Their tails when they let you want to. You know their tails are frisky. Tails are all around.
That's with the military as well. It's like they kind of have that dynamic as well. The husband will be away.
Right, but I'm talking general. Like,
oh, okay, yeah.
The reform tails on it.
You're talking all that.
Exactly. We're reading the Bible.
Oh, lovely, great.
Yeah.
For you, amazing.
We're just having a discourse.
Verse Revelation 12 and 12 says, therefore rejoice ye heavens,
Yes.
and ye that dwell in them.
Amen.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but short time. That's why everything's accelerating.
Digital IDs.
Absolutely.
That's why they're pushing that digital
We're not having
ID.
it. We're not having
Soon
it.
to be what? The mark of the beast.
Not having it, not having it.
That's
They are, but
Revelation.
it's going to happen according to the Bible
I
prophecy.
know it is, we know that, but we don't have it. We have to have it.
So it's what we do in the meantime, how we handle ourselves, what we tell the people that we love and care for, because it's really important. A lot of people don't
I'm
get
not
that.
conforming, I'm
They
not
think
doing it.
they can change the course of Bible prophecy, and they can't.
We can't.
All you got. But the vision's for an appointed time.
Whoever resisted the will of the Lord.
That's right.
Says that.
Precept.
Can't do it.
Preach it, guys.
Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time,
Use your microphone.
but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
So we're all living in Bible prophecy, but whether people are aware of it or not, that's the issue.
That's
But
right.
it doesn't matter if they're
You're
aware of it or
absolutely
not.
right. You're
Because
absolutely
basically, this is the last empire before the kingdom.
Last days.
That's right.
You got the American Empire,
Jesus-
which is
Jesus is coming back
basically.
soon.
You read Revelation 18, you read about Babylon. That's talking about America, the American Empire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
So,
take first one, you guys.
You know,
The
picture.
American Empire, Babylon is great.
We don't really do the photos thing, really. To be
Yeah,
honest.
we'll do that
We
fine.
can take a picture of the sign if you like.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
I will. I will.
Yeah. We don't really.
It's great.
No, we respect
Thank you for
that.
asking, anyway.
No, we would take it to church tomorrow and just say we met these lovely guys on the street on the way back to the station.
That's okay. Thank you.
We understand.
Thank you. We appreciate what you asked.
What's your church then? What's your fellowship?
We're Israelites, as you can see on the side.
All
Israelites.
right.
Oh, Christ, is it?
So much of the church in England was not gathered. They do not get the
Well, the truth wasn't going to come out of the Church of England. The truth was going to come from the prophets.
We're not Church of England. We were, but we are no longer.
Okay, well, the Church of England, the head of that is very corrupt.
Exactly.
Okay, so he was actually the one that ordained children
Yeah.
to switch genders in schools. He did.
We're with you
I
guys
can't remember his
100%. Be mightily blessed.
Yeah. We're
In
Pentecostal
Jesus'
Christians.
name, yeah?
Okay,
We're
okay,
sure
that's
how
good.
much you get.
All right, all right.
You too, man. Thank you.
This is Jeremiah 28 and 8.
See, a lot of people have to come out themselves. Crypto, they don't do all that. They don't come out and say, because of all this, it's getting them out themselves.
That's right.
Fragile individuals.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest.
Thanks.
They're fragile, man. That's why most of them are going to be getting fucking chipped.
They know the end's here, man.
Yeah, but they, so you said, but there's nothing that, there's not, you can't stop it.
You can't stop
And
it.
the rest of these children, these flaggers, they're just meatheads. They don't know.
Yeah,
they don't
yeah,
know.
yeah, just come on, man.
They don't know what's
They're
going
cannon
on.
fodder, they're cannon
They're- right. Their meat suits on hind legs.
Yeah, that's it.
They don't understand what the hell's going
That's
on.
right. That's right.
Come on, free Israel.
That's it, man.
The real Israelites, yep. You know what's crazy, bro? Is that they don't see too much explaining.
Another
That's
cannon
what I'm like,
fodder.
bro. You can't even.
That's why it's
like,
one thing, bro. When the meteors come up,
That's
it's the Bible. Right.
That's it.
They ain't got-
The
there's too
meteors
much-
come up, it's the
Don't give us too
Bible.
high for a
This is for the elect. This is for the elect.
That's right. Too high for a
The
fool.
elect. The elect, bro.
That's right.
You can't get it.
This is for the
It's like
elect.
to grow on, bro.
Just read.
Acts chapter 5 verse 38.
Wisdom is higher than a fool.
That's right.
But let's read.
Acts chapter
Let's get that
5
proverb
verse
going.
38. And now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. But if it be
Right, so the organizations that was mentioned earlier, the prophets wasn't going to come from those organizations.
Right.
Okay, the Roman Catholic Church is one of the biggest corrupt organizations on planet Earth. They've been funding the little boys for hundreds of years, for centuries. So that the truth wasn't going to come from them. Okay, and actually Jake at one point was involved in that. Okay, so now the truth was coming back from the prophecy in Revelations 11. You had the 350 years, it was going to come from the real Israelites, which is the tribes, the so-called Negroes, the Sicilians, Puerto Ricans, Native Americans, okay, the real oppressed people of the earth,
Exactly.
okay, that haven't had no voice, but the prophets was going to be the voice of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, okay? Let's read on.
verse 39, but if it be of the Most High Yahweh, ye cannot overthrow it.
Right, and the Lord came from the tribe of Judah. She's the head of all the tribes. She's the main one of the tribes. So when a lot of people, you know, and we get into all of it, but the truth is, the so-called, the one the world called Jesus Christ is the so-called black man. The one the world called Jesus Christ was the so-called black man, and that's when you start losing people now. Oh yeah, I hear that. Right. So that means y'all ain't gonna get the truth.
Bro, that's
You don't understand the truth, man. Okay, the Lord was a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah.
right.
To be specific, like you got the so-called blacks in America, that's the tribe of Judah. Okay, through the transatlantic slave trade that took place.
Yeah, that's right. And that's a sign too.
That's a sign. You can't get around that. You got people trying to walk around saying, "Oh, well, we didn't do that." You damn sure did.
You did, man.
Yes, you did.
You did.
Okay. And there's BBC documentaries on that. Oh, but that's propaganda. Those facts. There's actually facts in the documentary.
Yeah.
Okay. He's that tear. That dude might be a tear. I don't know if it's a Jake, but he looks like a tear. That dude, man. And he's in Britain's hidden slave masters or something
Yeah,
like that.
forgotten slave trade or something.
Okay, they was benefiting about 60% of the cotton was coming from the slave trade. Some ships are coming from the ports of England. So how can you say that it wasn't involved in it? Doesn't make no sense. Is it true?
Yeah. And they always go to, oh, but we ended slavery.
That's right. So thank you very much, Miss. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. What does it say in your t-shirt? What does it say in your t-shirt? Oh, you're not, okay. Well, you were Cockney or so, use Cockneys. I'm trying to use me as a bit. They, these are Israelites anyway, you can tell you got that, yeah. You're just trying to get you out of there, man. Nah, you're fine.
Revelation chapter 11, verse 11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High Yahweh entered into them, and they stood upon their feet.
Yeah, so through the spirit of the power of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, the truth came into the believers.
That's right.
And that's what we're teaching now, to revive the tribe, to bring them out of the oppression of the world, the darkness of all the lies that's going on in the system.
Lies. I like
The
that.
truth of who they are, which gives them an inheritance, gives them promise. Believing in the Lord, Yahweh Shai, believing in the Bible, the scriptures, it gives you a promise of salvation. If you don't believe in that, what have you got? What are you striving for? You see now what's happening in the system. It's crumbling. The government's been crumbling. Okay, people don't even know what's going to happen with the government. You don't know who to vote for. Okay, you voted for Labour wasn't in for how many years? They came in. Guess what? They're all in bed together. They're Conservative or Labour. They all go to the same schools. They're from a different class. They're from a different class to the people. So when someone does get in there, when someone does actually get in there, they have to get in bed with the people that's up there. Okay? What's that? Angela Rayner is a prime example of that. Because she got up in there and then she started doing all them tax scams and things of that nature. Okay? So the truth is in the scriptures, you ain't going to be saved by political organizations. You ain't going to be saved by voting. Okay? You ain't going to be saved by... You ain't going to be saved by NATO. You ain't going to be saved by Americanism. You know that's going to happen?
Yep.
And the American military ain't going to save you.
Right.
Yeah, they're gonna draft you. The American military is gonna draft them.
All these countries, America and England, are going to turn into martial law states.
Yep.
Through the scriptures tells you that. The scripture says that you shall desire to go into a city.
Yeah.
It should not be able. Them same states that you run into, everything that they're pushing is for martial law agendas. They're pushing everything for those martial law style agendas. Okay. All of this chaos that's going on is going to change. You know, like when they say, okay, they put powers in even for this protest that's going on out here. They say, well, they're going to have more, you know, they got fucking military planes or helicopters or whatever.
Yeah, gun police around earlier.
Oh yeah.
Right, see, gun police.
Fucking they had a whole coach full of horses. A coach, one of them coaches.
Yeah, big
Wasn't that's a normal horse band. It was a fucking double lorry. Yeah. Children and men shit, man.
So that's what's going to happen. All the governments of the world, they're all going to turn into martial law states. That's called a new world order, one world government agenda. That's being pushed. And that's why there's so much chaos. Border chaos is planned chaos. It's been planned, we've been talking about this for years. Everyone's just getting onto it now. We've been talking about this. We've been talking about it. Look at them, that's the spirit. When shit gets political, it gets all stickies on it. You gotta ignore it and act like none of that's going on, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, it's almost ready. Yeah, you changed right now.
Let's read.
2nd Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh.
So why do you guys, are they called, so you guys are doomsday prophets? Well, the Bible, that's what the Bible's all about.
Right.
The Bible's about the end times. How are you going to say you believe in the Lord and his return? How are you going to say you believe in that
You shirt in prophecy.
Right. Right.
I love
About that right there, man. That's a spirit, man.
Right, innit?
And you see, I'm telling you, man, them little these English chicks.
They're waiting for the children.
Right,
They're waiting for the sons of the Lord
right,
to get empowered.
right.
man.
When there's no defense, all the defense is going. That's why they don't even worry. They know what to do. Okay, and guess what? Your own, like, you ain't gonna save it. The only way out is through the Lord. The scripture says the Lord shall make a man more precious than fine gold.
Yeah.
So in these times of chaos and stuff like that, believing in your house, we're gonna keep pushing that. We're gonna push prayer to the Lord. We're gonna push all of that, bro. Okay? Because there's gonna be food shortage out here. War's already doing that, where there's lack of deliveries and things like that.
Yeah.
There's blocks from the Strait of Hormuz. You know what I'm saying? Right? The Strait of Hormuz. Yeah, it's there.
Jesus loves you, lads.
Yeah.
Jesus
The
loves you,
real Jesus, too. There's Yahweh side. All right, man. Go ahead.
It says, verse 15, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands.
And that's what's going on. Like even these divisions amongst the scripture says that there shall be uproars amongst the people, different divisions amongst the people. That's what's going on.
It's happened before in history as well. In
Right.
ancient Rome, it was the same thing.
Right.
They had the two-party political system, and then they would have been, they might have been, well, they feel like there's too many of this, too much that. So
Well, they
people
killed
are
them
all caught
Julius
up with
Caesar and shit.
them.
But we don't really know what happened with him. You know, that's that. You know what I'm saying? So you can get so obviously that. I mean, I can't remember that before. Clinton or whatever. I can't remember, but you know, where I'm sort of correct me on that. That was a while back. Through the spirit, though, you know, just things that I didn't say. But Nero Trump.
Yeah.
So when you look at the prime presidents, you got the Senate in Rome, you got the Senate in Rome, America. Okay, so when you look at the actual president, El Presidente, okay, when you look at the president, man, they have the same thing they were doing back in Rome, they're doing today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing new.
Right. Nothing new under the sun. So Nero caused all the false flags and all that chaos with the black players. Basically, he caused that. And that. So what's going to happen today? Chaos in order for martial law and lockdowns. Okay. We're in them times right now. All of these are signs of the times. What we're going into? Let's read that.
It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and
There's sedition amongst men. Okay. You done?
and invading one another.
Right, and invading one another. And then he says they won't regard what?
And they shall not regard their kings nor princes.
So people are already frustrated with government as it is. That's what's going on right now. People are frustrated with the system, the political system, the governments and things of that nature. Okay. So weird spirits saying.
I'm telling you, man.
Okay.
There's any and everyone
Right.
out today. I can't lie.
Some people got some crime maps, man. You don't know people like this is in a campaign in Iraq, raping people. He's got that spirit. We look all weird, and all messed up. He got something to rape and he's got to say it right. Okay, let's read that part of that, just that line again, read that.
Right, and it says, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Yeah, so when there's government shutdowns, lockdowns, people are going to be like, look man, our government ain't this and they ain't doing that. That's what's going on. Our government ain't doing this and our government ain't doing that. So what happens with that now? Yeah? People start forming their own groups, anarchy, divisions. That's exactly what's going on in the public with the people. all orchestrated by the Illuminati and the top banking families for martial law. We're going to keep saying that because that's exactly what's going on. All Illuminati agendas for martial law and the chip. And that's the biggest thing, the mark of the beast chip, that is suspending the currency all in Europe right now. There's meetings going on in Brussels and stuff. Digital euros.
They've been doing that for
It's not stopping.
like 2-3 years plus.
Right. So
And they bring it's a constant agenda. They bring it up repeatedly. And now it's the same.
last week they just had some big meetings with some fat meetings, man. And then, you know what I'm saying? Got some top people involved in this. You know, you do the video and then you forget, you know, your brain's like that. I have to go and check, but they've got dignitaries involved in this. And that's an agenda that will work right now. Because what they said was, because there was a one of the judges that was prosecuting Benjamin Netanyahu, yeah, what happened with him is he went to go to a country, another country, Europe, because they're saying that America's in control of or somewhat of the European money through Visa and MasterCard. He said if they froze, because America froze his cards. So they said if he had our own to get around that, we did digital euro, and he was on board with it. The same judge that was doing Benjamin Netanyahu. So that shows you that's a major agenda. Why would he be in Europe and he can't use his card? And he didn't look upset. He was in the video smiling. Okay. So they're using everybody to push that agenda. There's a council of high judges. They said, well, we need a digital euro because America. That's just a attack.
Yep.
That was it's set up. But now they're using that angle. And then other meetings using other angles. It's like it was come on, man. That's
all these meetings, man. Bilderberg meetings.
Whatever angle that you get.
They'll take it.
Right.
That's the thing as well. It's like as far as pushing it onto the mark afterwards, it's simple. Because even with it's like with going from Oyster cards to contactless. Like I remember it was like to go from like paper tickets to Oyster cards was it took a little while. Then they get the thing that pushed Oyster as well was giving free travel to the younger generation. It was like school kids, college, and I think uni as well. They'll give you discount rates. So then, yes, and then everyone took it. Then by the time you're growing up, you're already used to it. Then it goes to contactless cards, then your phone, and now it's like for someone to go back and get a paper ticket. For how many people are going to go and stand at the machine and put the money in the box? Not everyone that needs to go in, they tap. And then when to push that to the mark, it's going to be easy. You know, it's like gradualism. You mentioned it.
It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Yeah, so to get into another city, it's like I Am Legend. They're gonna go, you need that pass.
Yeah. Checkpoints.
And they'll use checkpoints, disease warfare, right? Global warming. Hand to everyone. That might use that.
Yeah.
It sounds like
the first story. Bro, the first story was these men saying, these men are on the boat, we're not letting them off the boat. That's the first story they're saying. They're saying like, there's an infection. These men are on the boat, they're trying to show up somewhere. They're not letting them off. Right. They're saying, no, people have got off all these different ports before they get tracked down. That's the first story you're hearing. It wasn't like, it was locking people in. So they can very easily push that.
So that's the narrative. That's the agenda or the narrative around that hantavirus. Mm-hmm. As soon as it comes out, quarantine. Basically quarantine.
Hazmat suits.
Bro, just like hazmat just coming in, tasering,
these people are just lemmings.
That's great, bro.
Help!
That's you're on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
Man, I said, no, you're not getting off, bro. When I did the strap there, I said, no, you're not getting off, bro.
The troops.
Imagine being stuck on the boat for 2 weeks. I'm sure they had something like that, man. When they had the thing, the people were stuck on the boat.
Yeah. I remember when the lockdowns happened, people were stuck in the boats.
They were stuck on the boat. People, wherever he was. People were stranded out there, and they're bringing all that back. That's it. And they said, when they did that, they said it's the new normal. And then the Carl Schwab, he disappeared. But then now they've got other people talking the same thing. That's what they do. You don't hear about Bill Gates. When people focus on one person,
They get the shit with these things. He's been missing for a minute.
right?
But it's like the same talking points, they still exist.
Exactly.
The thing is even now, it's like everyone now knows the saying, you own nothing and be happy.
Be happy, yeah.
But then even then, it's like people are still used, like that's already still useful. It's like, bro, the way Netflix is, how many people are going out and buying, like, oh, let me buy DVDs? They don't buy no fucking DVDs. These things really got pushed.
Yep. It says, that's right. It says, verse 18, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled.
And that's, you can see the start of that with all the chaos and the anger that's been stirred up, which is legit. They've been trying to stir people up for a long time. Successfully. Because basically they want to control the chaos. So everybody gets angry. And what happens is, the government will say, well, now we need martial law. And some people will say, well, you know what, we need martial law. That's what the people are going to say, because they're scared. So that's what's going to happen. You will have armies on the borders. You will have armies on the borders. Okay?
Christians, yes.
You will have, yeah, man. You will have.
Hi.
You alright?
Hi.
Yeah, man. You're famous now. So you're gonna have armies on the borders. You're gonna have armies on the checkpoints of places. They're going to go to the train station. Okay, they're gonna shut that down.
And the thing is, they already normalize a lot of having the armed police at these locations.
Right.
As soon as the T starts happening, then they're like, oh, okay, we're increasing the amount of people.
Right.
It's very not like over in the UK. It's like police don't have guns over here.
They've already got hacks in for anything like that. They've already got the codes. You know what I mean? The operations, the switching to a martial law state overnight. They've already got that. Overnight, this will become a martial law state. They've already got it in place. What was that saying? All we need is the right major crisis. That's all it's about. Okay? This ain't just something that they just cook. They've been planning this to mark the New World Order. The whole pyramid on the back of the dollar bill is a symbol of the New World Order and the Illuminati anyway. And
The Muslim New
no,
World
I'm not
Order.
Muslim reading the Bible.
The Muslim.
I'm not a Muslim. I'm not a Muslim.
Why, yeah.
I'm a Christian. Well, I'm not a Christian, but I'm
Christian,
an
I'm a
Israelite.
Christian.
I'm an Israelite.
I'm a Christian.
Alright, bro. Alright, bro.
You don't take me out.
What's all this?
You don't,
You don't want to do that one, though.
Christian, you won't even take my hand, mate. You won't even take my hand.
Cool, man.
No, you won't
Alright,
take my
alright,
hand.
alright. It's all good. It's all good. Don't worry
That's
about
not
it,
good,
man.
is it?
Verse 18,
You in
but
our
because,
country.
but because of their
You in
pride,
our country.
the cities
And
shall
you
be
won't
troubled.
take my hand.
Let me
I'm
tell you
a
something about
Christian.
England. England was
I'm a
originally ruled
Christian.
by black people. Do you know
That's
that?
the
Black
dumbest
people.
thing I've ever heard in my life.
No,
Come on.
that's
No,
racist.
Get the icon signs. Let's go down there.
No,
Go there.
mate.
Okay, King James to the so-called black man.
Black man.
Your side, England was ruled by black people.
100% fact.
England was ruled by the Norwegians and
Go away.
Anglo-Saxons and all that.
Anglo-Saxons,
years ago.
the Israelites.
Not Anglo-Saxons. Fuck Anglo-Saxons. As a Christian, I just offered you my hand.
Anglo-Saxons mean sons of
Bullshit. Anglo-Saxons. I offered you my hand as a
James
Christian.
was French.
You ain't got no icon. You ain't got no
I
icon.
offered you my hand as a Christian. I am a Christian. I was a
Why would you call
choir
it dark?
boy.
You know why it's called the Dark Ages?
Let's go.
It's called the Dark Ages.
Go.
And we've got people on the street.
Let's go back to
Do you know
Are you a
Let's go
Muslim?
back to
Go.
King Harold.
You know about Charlotte?
Hey?
We ain't Muslim.
What are you?
Christian.
Right.
Go
So why couldn't you take my
Go
hand?
to, yeah.
That's all right.
Go
Hey.
to the House of
Hey.
Parliament.
Why
And there's an
couldn't you take my
icon
hand?
of King Richard II with a big afro.
Fuck off, mate.
I'm not joking.
No, I am
Get the camera in
talking.
your eyes, man. Get the
Why
camera
don't
in
you
your
go
eyes.
before this? Why don't you go before this?
Where are you
How
from,
about-
pal?
Why couldn't you take my hand? I tell you what, don't touch my shoulder. I went, you what?
You're wearing one of these things.
You fucking don't touch that, mate. You don't even work hard enough,
I'm more
mate.
English than you, mate.
Who is?
I am, mate.
Who is?
I am.
I've grown up on these Christian churches.
That's right.
I went on St Edmund's Church. I was a choir boy, mate.
But
Hey?
What is this?
Fuck off, mate. What?
King Harold, right? I'm like, who did
King Harold. I tell you what, I walk in on my streets, Ladybrook, in my church, and sung in my church to my God that raised me up. I wore it all, and I stood there.
And you got, and you know what? If you're original Brit, then you can go back.
What
to
do you
the
mean
blacks.
am I
Then you go
original
back to the
Brit?
blacks that ruled in
Don't let him
England.
suck
It's a
you in.
fact.
Don't let him suck you in.
It's a fact.
He's trying to suck you in.
Fuck off,
And
mate.
you know what?
I'm not talking to you, mate.
If you're too
I'm talking to both of you. You're so negative.
Verse 24.
It's all about you.
The earth is
Look
given.
at
Do you know
you.
what? Jesus
Look
Christ
at
is a black man
you.
as well.
It's all
Jesus
about
Christ-
you
Jesus Christ is
and
a
what
so-called
you
black man.
believe.
Jesus Christ is a
You
so-called black
nothing. You
man.
nothing.
You understand?
You're not
Jesus Christ is a
believers.
so-called black man.
You're not
Job
believers.
chapter 9 verse 24. The earth
Job
is
9
given
verse
into the hand
24.
of the wicked.
Yeah.
To covereth the faces of the judges
Well, we're going to
thereof.
argue
the
Bible
wicked elite of
scripture
this world
with
have
people we
covered
don't know.
the
Don't
face
let
of
him
the
suck
judges.
you in.
Go to good Europe in them churches.
Go, mate.
There's dark
No,
icons.
no, no. It's pathetic, mate. I am the Christ. I believe in Christ. I love it. I enjoy it. I believe in it. I was indoctrinated in it. But you still fight against it. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? No. What? Don't fucking touch me again, mate. Don't fucking touch me again, mate.
Alright, calm down.
Why?
man. Just calm down.
Why?
Calm down.
Why?
You want someone to get the Muslims?
No. No, it's not about that. Why can you not love everybody? Hey,
That's a painting
why
of Charlotte
can we not
Sophia.
love everybody?
That's a picture of Charlotte Sophia. All the
Why
kings and
can't-
queens in Europe were so-called blacks.
No,
I'm not.
just go, man. Why can't we love everybody?
wrong for this.
Why can't we love everybody? What is your problem?
When you teaching the truth?
You come on our streets.
Bro,
You
I was born in
scribe
England.
scripture.
I was born in England. mate.
So why can't you love me?
You said it don't.
Hey?
You said
Yeah,
it don't.
you just say, you just put
What
That's
are
Queen
you
Charlotte
doing,
Sophia.
bro?
It's the truth.
What are you doing?
It's the truth. Alright, let me-
What
let me
is
tell you
wrong
something.
with you?
Let me tell you
Don't,
something.
guys,
You preach evil
You know
shit,
about
mate.
martial law? Do you know
That's
about-
what you do.
Are you aware that the government's going to implement a new world order?
Government, I'm not on about
it's
government.
pointless.
You're
Bro,
going
bro,
on
bro,
about
bro, bro,
religion,
Yeah,
and then
you-
you
bro,
bring
like,
government into
You
it.
need to have another beer, man.
Guys, this is pointless.
Yeah, bro. Of course I
Guys,
do,
I
bro.
got the mark of the
What's
beast.
up? You alright, man? What's up with that?
What is
I just don't understand you.
Have you got a problem?
For all the
Have
love
you got a
of
problem?
God,
Have you got a
God is
problem?
love.
Are you
Okay.
desperate?
Do you not
Guys,
get it?
Are you desperate to get arrested?
Revelation
Are you
chapter
desperate? Are you
13,
desperate to get
verse
arrested?
16.
Are you desperate to get arrested?
And he calls it
For
full.
all you
Guys,
love
you're
of
gonna end up,
God.
guys. You're gonna end up
Rich
in a
and
fucking
poor,
prison cell. Come on!
free and poor, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their
For
forehead.
all you love
So
of
there's
God,
gonna be a
all
agenda
you
of the
do
elite
Guys, you're
is
making
put
New
down
world order.
evilness.
It's alright. It's
That's
wrong.
what you do. I'm not drunk.
You are, bro.
I'm not drunk.
You are, bro.
I got brought up in the church, mate. I got brought up in the church. I was a choir boy.
Guys,
St. Edmund's Church.
Okay, but you don't read the
Where's
Bible,
your
you don't read the
love,
Bible,
mate?
you don't read the Bible.
Where's your love?
It's alright.
Here's
man.
Where's your love,
alright.
mate?
Let's go to the pub.
You ain't got none of it, have
And
you?
you know, I'll be going to the pub
None
later
of you.
myself.
You ain't
I'm
got
gonna be going
love.
to the pub. I
No
got love.
problem with
I'm gonna be
your
loving a pint
religion.
later.
don't
You ain't got
argue, we're gonna miss
love.
our boss. Don't argue. No more arguing, yeah?
Just leave him alone.
I want to
Got
read.
no
I want to read.
love.
I want to read from the
Got
Bible.
no love.
I want to read from the
alright.
Bible.
Yeah,
I want to read from the Bible.
No point listening to
Bye bye,
it.
man.
These are the words of the Bible. Revelation 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
So that's why they're suspending all the currency
Where's your
from a
Christianity?
digital
Where's your
ID
law?
that it will be implemented
law?
on everybody. Small,
We're
rich,
supposed to
read
be the
Revelation
same,
13.
bro.
Rich and poor, small
We're
and
supposed
great.
to be the same.
Yep. And it
We're
says,
supposed to be the same, bro.
Guys,
Where's your love? I
Revelation.
don't give a fuck about your
About the Bible.
revelation.
There you go.
Also, yeah.
Oh,
got the
oh,
head.
oh,
Where are you?
You don't believe
Where are you?
You don't believe in the Bible, man? You don't believe in the words of the Bible?
You talk shit,
Come on, man. This is the Bible,
Where
man.
are you?
Hey, hey.
Where are you?
Hey, these are the words of the Bible.
Where are you?
Just confess.
You just confessed, man. Hey, man, what's going on? Hey, what's cool? I'm asking. But these are words of the Bible.
Cool it down. These are beautiful.
We are, mate. We're
Cool it down.
right.
Cool it down. Cool it down. You come up here. You come up here.
Right.
Come.
We're reading the Bible. These are the words of the Bible.
Disgusting.
Come on,
Oh, he
stop
broke
getting
the
so
Sorry.
Sorry,
That's
brother.
Satan.
But you
That's
know when
Satan.
it comes to Christianity,
Using you for
you lot
content,
ain't got a clue.
I'm
You
reading.
don't
You
read the
ain't got
Bible.
time.
You don't even
Using
believe
you
in
for content.
Christianity.
He just admitted it.
fuck.
He just confessed he don't believe in the Bible. He
Don't
just
touch the
confessed
camera.
it.
What's what you can do?
You don't want to know.
What are you gonna
You
do?
don't want to know.
All
You don't want
right,
to know.
violence.
No, you come. You come.
Yeah,
No, no.
yeah.
That's
You
you.
just said you
No,
don't
no, no.
want
That's
no.
you. Don't touch the
said
fucking
you don't
property.
want
Don't touch the
You
property.
can't, bro.
Okay.
Understand,
Don't
you-
touch the.
Fake prophets.
Oh, good.
Fake
Oh, that's
Okay,
it.
okay, okay, okay.
Go to the pub, mate.
Oh, shit. That's Satan. Hey.
The truth gets revealed,
Satan. That is Satan. Admitted he don't even believe in the words of the Bible, man. And it's true.
Actually, yeah.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark.
He's gonna get chipped.
You're gonna get chipped.
chipped,
You're gonna
boy.
get chipped, man.
You gonna get chipped, boy.
Oh, I need another beer. Then you're gonna go get that mark.
You're gonna scan that chip.
It's gonna be like, yeah.
How's he gonna get his bacon, man? He needs that much.
Comes out here, how's he gonna take his eye? He's a train to go down to next Tommy Robinson.
They say, you don't say, but you know, Christians, they eat all the abominations in Deuteronomy. So they don't believe in the Bible like we do. We really believe in these scriptures, man.
Thank you, bro.
Okay? They just eat, they every law in the scriptures. And then they,
Right.
right,
What are you talking about?
right.
Good preacher. When you kept talking about love, this is 2 John 6 and 6, and this is love, that we walk after his commandments.
Right.
Yeah, that's what
You brought that out when you was
That's
there.
biblical love.
Yeah.
That's the
You
true
don't keep the
definition.
commandments of the scriptures, and you haven't got true love of the law. And then he said, remember, he started saying, well, forget this word. To the true
Yeah,
intent.
the truth, yeah. You just wanted the dust up. After.
He really wanted to stop, man, because then he went, oh, violence.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he's certain.
He's trying to
certain.
make, he's trying to bait something.
Exactly, because he really wanted that. But that was
Man said instantly, oh my.
that's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. Man's coming out here trying to lay
Right.
hands on the camera. Then he's like, oh, what, you're getting violent. What are you talking about?
Absolutely, bro, it's crazy.
Actually, the serpent.
But, it's crazy, man.
I've got, you know
What's going on out there, you know?
it says 2 Ezra 15, back in 2 Ezra 15 and 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Yeah. Go into it, bro.
And that's the time that's coming, right? A man shall have no pity, and that's why the scripture says what? Because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So you people are getting ready for a scenario of civil war out here. Remember, the scripture says it's a time like no other since there was a nation that's about to be introduced to the earth. These people ain't ready for that, man. Okay? Right now, look, Booze Britain, they can just go to the pub, they can drink this, they can drink to their heart's content. But there's gonna come a time. There's gonna come a time, right, where you ain't gonna be able to eat, man. There's gonna come a time when there's gonna be famine, right? Have no pity upon your neighbor. Right now, you know, you wake up in the morning, good morning, and all of that. Okay, but there's gonna come a time where, hold on a minute, man, your doors are gonna be getting kicked off because you ain't gonna be able to eat. You're gonna be, you know, have to feed your families, man. Okay, hyperinflation. The stores, right, are gonna be shut. The shelves are gonna be empty. That's what the fuck's gonna be happening out here. And then where's all that bravado gonna be? All that pride? Where's all that pride gonna be then? Because this is happening. That's why we read earlier, right? The vision is yet for an appointed time. By the end it shall speak and not lie. Okay, the words of the Bible do not lie. Okay, we're in a time of biblical prophecy.
I've got something.
You know, the sword being sharpened. Go on, huh?
2 Ezra 16 and 22. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine.
Many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, man. Okay, the lack of availability of food, water, things that you take for granted today. Okay, you ain't going to be able to take that for granted in the future. There's going to be a lack of availability of food and water.
Well,
That's what the Bible is saying, man. Salakia.
Went into it earlier as well. The Georgia Guidestones, your elites, those that reign over you, they're looking to cut down to 500 million. Right now they're saying there's 8 billion plus on the planet Earth. That's an immense amount of death and destruction that's going to be delivered onto the people. And that's the thing is your elites, the ones that have power over you, that's their desires. That's really what we're talking. What we're dealing with these prophecies. It's not just you know, and it's not just Tommy around the block. We're dealing with your rulers and know, hey, what they're looking to bring in.
Right.
And then the Heavenly Father, we're dealing with the power over the whole earth. What He is desirous to do.
Hey, you mentioned Tommy. Hey, the last time they had a rally like this down in Trafalgar Square, they had that big ass screen, and Elon Musk addressed the people, man. And what did he say to them? When he had that all-seeing eye on his t-shirt, and he said, look, violence is coming whether you like it or not. He goes, you either fight or you die. And he said it twice, you either fight or you die. So that's sedition among men. We're actually in a time of inflammatory speech. You know, that's seditious. You know?
Yeah, that dude, Tom Robinson, he's an Asian.
Yeah, that's right.
Inside and all that. Never go and say, come on, say, you're damn sure, huh? That's why they had Elon Musk. That's why you had Elon Musk, like you said, on that, on the fucking...
Yeah, he's in the mix in Europe as well, because it was in Germany, the AFD was talking to them. He's basically been front, and even for him, he's South African. Why is he so involved in America? Because he's part of that agenda. He's pushing for the Neuralink. That's a big part of that chip.
Yeah.
That's what he was the one that popularized it.
Now the game.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you call it? These Deus Ex, man.
Cyberpunk.
The orgs. That's how you get the orgs. That he's a big part of pushing that agenda forward. Even with the sedition, with Twitter, where you have a lot of all these discussions and whatnot pushed forward. He's the one who's basically opened it up to where you can just go on there and say all kinds of madness. Like he's the one who basically pushed that forward, which really brought to the forefront. Oh, people, all these different seditious feelings. Now everyone's able to express them. That's why anytime they go out, they're just looking to what? Get into stuff.
Precept. This is Isaiah chapter 19, and I'm going to start from the top. The burden of Egypt. Behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence.
Yeah, this whole the elites are actually preparing for the second coming of Yahweh Shai. Okay, that's the truth, man. They've got the space weapons and things like that. That's why the chariots are always mentioned in this Congress. There's always Congress people hours conference or whatever you call it. with different senators or different, heads over there, and they got people of rank that was inserted in the military or in different intelligence agencies. They're bringing out UFO files and things of that nature. So that's the time that we're in. That's why there's a lot of UFO sightings and things of that nature, because that's how the Lord is coming back in the so-called UFO, and that's the mysteries of our salvation, UFOs. So you just don't know what's going on, but we're going to keep pushing and teaching about that chip, because that's the main prophecy. Because when we say all these famines and unrest and all that, it's really to bring in the chip. Okay, the money's going digital, so you're not going to be able to use cash. They're pushing that anyway, the digital ID, so that's just coming in anyway. And they're going to tell you it's for your benefit. Okay, that's why they're pushing the digital ID and all that. They're going to say, yeah, that's for your benefit or whatever. And you ain't going to be able to use cash, and it's to track everything that you're doing, and then the chip will be to control every aspect of your life, and control you ultimately. Okay?
You see?
Go ahead.
Revelation chapter 13 and verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Verse 16.
And basically that the American Empire actually went around bombing people that didn't accept Americanism and things like that. That's how they got to spread the agenda across the world. Their armies are in most countries. So that's the 8th that come out of the 7th. The 8th head is American Empire. The last leg of Esau's kingdom, the last structure of it is the American Empire. That's why everything's going down from that. The height of you had the British, you had the French, you had the Spanish, the French, the British. I was looking at some of that. I was watching the Spanish Empire. You had the Borgias and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Actually, let's say Christopher Columbus and them. Conquistadors, they went all over. They colonized all of the Latin tribes. They had a grand empire doing that. They had their time and stuff like that, things of that nature, and all that, and even took over Spain, because that was ruled by dark people and Moors and things like that. And then you had the French, Napoleon, and you had the British, and we all know everyone still goes on about that empire to this day, because they actually own the American Empire really through the Rothschilds family. Okay, the Rothschilds really own the American Empire. Okay, but the American Empire is the last structure of this of the beast in Revelation. Okay, read that. If there's any more on that.
Yep, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand.
You got reformed, then you got restored. Restored's a harder version. So you got it's an extreme. It's an extreme version of reform. They're not sure. They're just anything reform ain't doing. They're like, well, basically you ain't doing enough.
They're filling in the blanks.
They're filling in the blanks. They're filling in the blanks. 100%, man. 100%, bro. Let's read that.
Yep, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Okay, so we've gone. So that's it, and that's part of the society when they turn it into a one world order, digital economy. That's so the scriptures are going through the whole list of what was going to go on. Okay, so you had the American Empire, Americanism. That's the height of this empire, which is where it crumbles from. But what the height, the cherry on top is for what they want. Okay, the pyramid Illuminati agenda. Basically, you got the capstone on the pyramid. And then the Handmaid's Tale movie, the original one, not the new one they made, the one I think it was in the, how old was that? The 80s or something?
I think it was 80s. I don't think it was older than that.
I don't think, no, it weren't older than that. It's got to be the 80s. You know what I'm saying? And then they put the capstone on the pyramid, which meant that they've completed that agenda, New World Order agenda. All right? So that's what, because it's separated, but with it on top, it means that they've got that agenda. Okay? There's a reason why I'm saying that. Oh yeah, so that's the finalization of the system that they want. Digital ID, digital economy. Okay, let's read that. As a matter of fact, we can read Revelation 14 as well. Let's read.
It says, verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the mark or the name of the beast.
What does it mean to buy or sell? You can't make a transaction. At least you got the RFID mark of the beast, right in the Bible prophecy, right here. This is where it's coming from. Okay, so that's the truth. That's happening right now. They're suspending all world currencies. Okay, all world currencies are being suspended as we speak. There's meetings happening right now. Okay, they ain't stopping this. They ain't shirting it. Okay, this is what it's all about today. Okay, they ain't stopped. Everything that's going on. Remember, the digital IDs disappeared, and then now they got Charles coming and basically solidifying it.
Yeah.
Because they said, "Oh, Starmer," they thought that through Starmer they had it. They defeated it.
Yeah.
But the people didn't want it, so he stopped talking about it. They thought that it was out. Are you crazy, man? That's because you don't know Bible prophecy. Okay, there weren't no way that it wasn't going to come back with a digital ID. And like I said, it gets worse than that. That's just the interface of it. The actual core of the digital ID is the RFID chip implant. Look at Sweden. Look what's going on over there. People are getting trains and buses and all that, and going into buildings with the RFID mark of the beast chip. That's what that's the means of operating, and they've been doing that for years. So even China, like Trump says, right? There he goes, China, their AI models are way advanced than the West, but the West has got them too. They're just not showing you that. All this
military.
Right. America's got this AI that China's got, but they're just going to reveal it to the people at the right time. England's going to be ruled by all this. When you go to Amazon factories, they just said, I did a video on it today. They went, "Oh, we're just flying drones for deliveries to the people, right?" And then it said, "Well, America's already been doing it. So what's up with that?" When you think that something's just happening where you're at, oh, this is just started, they're just trying it, they just thought of it. They don't know that they're just introducing it to where you are. They've already got the technology that they want. Okay, they've already got all the technology of this finalized New World Order that they're trying to push. Okay.
Like you said, they just need the crisis.
All we need is the right major crisis. Who said that again? Man, one of them, the top elites. Can't even remember who said that.
I'll go a quick one.
Okay.
Ezekiel 28:3. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. That's the spirit of Esau, man. He's been given. That's like as far as the way people are looking at what has them, not on edge, is because they can't really see the fullness of it coming together. There's people where they might think like, oh, Neuralink is just, if your arm doesn't work, your legs don't work, you're gonna do that. And then the money side, they're just thinking, oh, well, it might be, just fraud or whatever. They're not getting the whole picture of everything coming together. Because the reality of it is, like you said, they're just slicing the onion from all the different sides they can, where in the end, it's all going to come together as one.
Yeah, slicing the onion. When you get an onion, you got all them layers and all that. It's burning your eyes. That's what they're doing, implementing them agendas and that. So the Neuralink are that chip that Musk has been putting in people's heads. Yeah, they're straight up. So why was it in the head? Yeah. It's the script. Why was it in? It was in the head, and it was in the hands that Neuralink chip. And then it was, and that the scripture says about the miracles that you read earlier in Revelation 13. So that goes into that actually goes. The miracles actually goes into that.
Shout out my tribe of Benjamin.
I know you, man. I know you, bro.
You know me.
Yeah, of course I know you, man. Yeah, yeah. I'm from Brum, bro. From Brum. Yeah.
All right, but you don't know, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like you, man.
I know. I see. I know. I see you. Listen, look at the sign.
Yeah, I'm Benjamin.
Of course.
Benjamin.
We've been teaching that for years, bro. We've been teaching it for years. I used to teach it up in China, back in the day and that.
Yeah, are you with the Soho Road one?
Soho Road.
Because I know up in Soho Road.
Yeah, no, they come after. And that was GOCC started up there. Yeah.
I checked them. I went to Israel to check the Hebrews down there.
Yeah,
because we're down in Dimona.
Dimona, Sinya. Yeah, but you see, where you got where the real Israelites and the other people ain't the real Israelites. That's what the thing is. Everyone's getting mad at you about that.
Of course, I told the Asian man again, they don't know this. So they're getting angry like, you got Israel. I'm saying, listen.
Yeah, but
you get what I'm trying to
but
say?
you're incorporating the false Jews. Revelation 2:9 says that there's a real Jews and a fake Jews. You aware of that? You know that? So you don't want to say
I ain't totally sarcastic, but come on, bro. But the only is like, obviously, he always said we would be scattered to the four corners of the earth. You get what I'm trying to say?
Right. So you got Israel, you got real Israelites among them as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there is. But then not every. I don't agree that every black person is an Israelite. Not every black person.
No, that's true.
Because the ones that sold us into slavery, they're not Hebrew Israelites. The ones that were in Africa now.
Yeah, they're Hamites.
They sold us, you know.
Yeah, Hamites.
Hebrews never sold us into slavery.
But you do have Israelites in West Africa. West Africa is the slave coast, Gold Coast.
Well, we scattered, yeah.
The West Coast, Gold Coast, Nigeria, Ghana, that's all Israelites. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
I traced this thing, tried to trace it back. I've traced it all the way back to well, obviously not all the way back, but I've done to Ethiopia, with a bit to Israel. Obviously,
right.
I think they're Dan.
They're not Dan.
They're not Dan.
They're not Dan. They're Falasha Jews. You know what Falasha?
Yeah, I know Falasha. Outsider. Yeah, outsider.
Exactly. They're claiming something that they're not. Okay, that's because there's a lie that King Solomon slept with Queen Sheba, and that they're lying. And that's all rubbish. That never happened. They ain't got the original books. It doesn't say that the scriptures doesn't say that the original the Ark of the Covenant was going to be in Ethiopia. Nope. Okay, don't say that. But the real people are the so-called Negroes, Native Americans, Latinos. They're the ones that fit the curses that are in the scriptures, man. But anyway, you know right now that we're in the time of World War III, end time, all of that, right?
Long time, you get me? I already know the pre, but I don't even try to fix the puzzle, you get me? But like I said, man,
well, you know you're from the tribe of Benjamin anyway.
Yeah, but no, and I try and explain this, and I explained it to the Muslims and over there. I tried to explain it. I'm saying, listen, okay, you're saying that a lot of people say that Ashkenazi Jews are settlers and that, but I'm saying the Palestinians wasn't the original people there.
Well, they're not. No, they're not.
So
they're not the real people.
Okay.
That whole land was us. We was in that whole land. All of those people, they went into that land. Right after the fact, with conquering and things like that. Yeah. Okay, when you read that, when you go into an ancient map, just type it in. The ancient map, all that land was between the tribes of Judah, Benjamin. That's why you had the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. It was divided amongst the tribes. It wasn't Palestinians, you say that.
Right, exactly.
And the real Palestinians, that's Israelites. Okay, that's just a name. That's Israelites. That is. But when you look at an ancient map, Judah, Benjamin, Simeon, the land was divided all amongst the tribes. The scripture says we're going to get back our holy land anyway. Okay, they get that. The scripture says the Lord is actually going to bring us and deliver us back into the land.
Yep.
That's why there's war going on over there, because then none of them are the people of the actual land.
Not fulfilled. Precept. Ezekiel 11:16. Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, although I have cast them far off among the heathen,
Right.
and although I have scattered them among the countries, yet will I be to them as a little sanctuary in the countries where they shall come. Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, I will even gather you from the people and assemble you out of the countries where you have been scattered, and I will give you the land of Israel.
So the Lord said, the prophecy, He was going to give us that land. So right now, the real people are not actually in the land. World War III and stuff that's plaguing the land, that's end time. That's not fulfilling of the.
But then you
So that's all good, man. We agree.
They
agree
agree,
with
they
that.
agree, so one
I agree with that. So they got a problem with that. He is. All of the politicians are, to be fair. Are they not? Of course, you know what I mean?
Isaiah chapter 1 verse 7. Your country is desolate, your cities are burned with fire.
That's the ancient land of Israel, so that's why, and there's going to be more war in that land.
Yeah.
Okay? The Lord is going to deliver us, that's the prophecy. The name of the Lord is Yahweh Shai, which means He is a deliverer. The way we're getting back in that land is through deliverance. Okay, that's the way we're going to be delivered from America, Babylon, and as a matter of fact, all the planet to different parts of the earth. Okay, the Lord said they were all beamed up into a ship in the book of Thessalonians. Read on.
Yep, it says, strangers, it says, your land, strangers devour it in your presence.
Strangers devour our land in our presence, like you said, the Palestinians and the ones that claim to be Jews. All of these people, it's not none of their land. Read on.
It says, and it is desolate as overthrown by strangers.
Exactly. We was brought out of that land, okay, through the transatlantic slave trade, according to Deuteronomy 28, okay, and you had the Assyrians and Babylonian Syrian Empire that had took over the northern kingdom, and they fled that and shipped and sailed under the Horn of Africa to the Americans. Sorry?
They want to brought Christianity into Africa, the Syrian monks, in Ethiopia. Because that's how they. Cause I swear, I don't know, like, you know.
There was a lot in the Middle Ages. There was a lot of Christianity and Islam going on. That was a lot of Jake. But then after that, you had the British that kind of pushed that, things like that. You know, Puritans and all that.
Yeah.
You know.
One more question before I go. Would you believe that some white people are Hebrew Israelites that have been black and then because of the mixing?
100%.
Just read that.
If I have, yeah, you got brothers up here that kids are mixed race, but it goes by the father's line.
Yeah.
So if I get a white woman, I have sex with that white woman, I get a mixed race child in that now, yeah. That child will come out light. It could come looking like a so-called white boy in the first generation. He's still an Israelite.
Still a Jake.
Okay? Tom Jones is an Israelite. You got Israelites all throughout the land of England.
Well, I mention that because obviously a lot of people say that white people must bow down and kiss the feet. That's what some will say. You get me? I've seen some doing that.
You got ISUPK, we're not them. IUIC, we're GMS, Great Millstone. Okay? And listen, bro, a lot of them groups, bro, I've been teaching this in England since 2007, bro. They've been doing that. I was teaching all in Rome, bro, trust me, all over the place, man. Wolverhampton and all that. Yeah, I know a lot of them. I remember when GOCC, and when the leader of it came over and opened up them schools, and I had a debate with him back in the day and that. Yeah, and ISUPK, and they've got a school in Patton. I know they've got their little school and stuff like that. And then you've got a lot more schools now. IUIC, yeah, there's a lot of them now. So down here and stuff like that.
All right, bro. You message me, man. We'll get something going, man, and some videos of filming. Bro. We'll get it out there.
Well, hey, you be triggering people, but that's what I see you triggering people with that part about the small hats. You know what I'm talking about? You be riding for them right now.
Huh?
You riding for them right now.
I know it was, bro. Like it's not even that. It wasn't something that was planned. Like I said, I touched down, and because the Muslims never realised, their heads just spaz. Like, yo, what's my man there? You get me? When I've all the thing I've just said to you, I said, yo, I've touched down. They treat me okay. I'm a fair man. I'll say what I say. Okay, they treat me alright. I thought they were gonna treat me a little hard. Boom, it started, and the racist comments come in. So I said, oh, okay. Right. So then the Ashkenazi Jews came and backed my case where no one else would.
Okay.
Even my own people turned up against me, say, yo, this geezer's lost, he don't know what he's doing.
Yeah. Because people don't really understand. Like, we get Muslims come up right now, they're going to go, oh, Israel, and start attacking straight away. They don't have a clue of what the hell we've been talking about.
No. You get what I'm trying to say?
Reset.
So, anyway.
All right, man. Yeah. Say, wait.
I've got something. This is Romans chapter 11, verse 7. What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. So this ain't for everyone. You know, this is only for the elect. That's why when the disciples asked Yahushua, he said, what? Why speakest thou unto them in parables? He said, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it's not given. So this ain't for everyone to understand, man. Okay, what does the scripture say? What? My sheep hear my voice. I know them and they follow me. So even among our own people, right, you're going to have people that will, that will hear this truth, but if it's not for them, if they haven't been activated, if the spirit of the Lord ain't dealing with them, they ain't going to get this truth anyway, man. Hey, man, we just read it in Ezekiel 11 and 16. The Lord is only looking for a little sanctuary. Right? Don't the scripture say what? Many are called, but few are chosen, man. You know? So this ain't about the many, man. There's few that's going to be saved in comparison to the many that are going to be destroyed. If you don't have this truth, you're going to be destroyed. You know? And these people don't understand. And we're in the time of the end, man. You know? Hey, the scripture says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength for salvation. So it's about getting the wisdom and the knowledge. Oh, well, hold on. Proverbs 4:7. Wisdom is the principal thing, and therefore get wisdom, and with all that get understanding, man. It's about getting the understanding. So it doesn't matter what you believe, what you think with your heart. The scripture says what the heart is desperately wicked. Who can know it, man? You know? This is about the truth. You know?
Precept. It's Amos chapter 3 verse 7. Surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets.
So this truth is a secret. And a secret is not meant for everyone to understand what's really going on. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a fucking secret, man.
So, bro, I'm just trying to tell
you know? And that's why the scriptures speak about what dwelling in the secret place of the Most High.
Yep.
Was that Psalms 91?
Yep.
You know, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High, man.
Go on, have a quick one.
Go on,
and I'm back off that. This is Psalms 25 and 14.
Yeah,
the secret of the Lord is with them that fear him, and he will show them his covenant. And start with the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge.
That's right.
You know, a lot of our people, we tell them this truth, and they don't fear, man.
Yeah.
Fear doesn't come into them when they hear about the martial law, the chip,
Right.
World War III, the missiles. You know, the Lord.
But the knowledge is the key.
Right.
The name of Yahweh or Yahweh Shai is the key. The knowledge is the key. It's the principal thing.
Yep.
With that knowledge, you understand prophecy. With the knowledge, you understand what the mark of the beast is. With the knowledge, you understand what to tell the people. You understand how to feed the flock truly. Without the knowledge, how we gonna feed them? Well, the imaginations of your heart? Or what I think and what I feel. Bun that. That's not, the Lord ain't dealing with what's the imaginations of your heart. Okay? It's all about the words of the Holy Bible. It's all about the words of the scriptures, man. And if the Spirit ain't dealing with you, you ain't gonna understand the scriptures. You ain't gonna get the secrets, man. The Most High will do nothing but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. And the prophets have been revealed the secrets, man. Okay? That's why, and the thing is, hold on, we're supposed to be watchmen, right? The prophets, right, are given the ability to watch, filter what's happening around, and then actually report on it, man. Prophesying to the wind. That's what the job of the prophets are here for.
Yeah,
okay?
And then when the Lord does that, then destruction happens.
Right.
And the people can't say that. In every empire, that's what happened.
Right. You can't say you never heard it.
You can't say, right. This is the Spirit of the Lord. The Lord has the truth come out. And whether people get it or not, it says that whether they hear or forbear. So you know all this feed. You know, you turn in the radio station and it's starting all that, right?
Fucking stacked.
Right, all that static, that, you know, it's wherever they get the scripture says about we're piped unto you and you're not lamented.
Yeah.
But you let will, so when the right person hears it, that static, you know, they're gonna get the right frequency.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna be like a beautiful song being played.
A sonnet.
Right.
I got
what they're doing in there, man. They're doing some like top class.
that's what I don't know. They've been there the whole time. I didn't even realize. I'll read this. Titus 1 and 15. Unto the pure, all things are pure, but unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure. But even their mind and conscience is defiled. They profess they know the Most High, but in works they deny him, being abominable and disobedient. And
some people might have a zeal. People might have a zeal for the Most High, but not according to knowledge. It's all about the knowledge, man. Okay, because their conscience, their mind is defiled. Okay, they're about speaking about what I truly believe. Well, how many times have we heard that? Scoffers will come up. But how do you feel? Yeah. Forget, they'll even tell you to close the book. Yeah,
I don't want to hear what the book
I don't want to hear what that was saying. What do you feel? The Lord ain't dealing with it. This ain't pick and mix, man. Okay, this is if you add or take away from the words that are written in this book, right, you have to have enough fear to know that the Most High will add unto you the plagues that are written in the book. You know, that's why you read earlier, the fear of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge. It's about getting the knowledge, man. It's about getting the truth. That's all we out here to push the truth, man. Oh, what does the scripture say? Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? You know? You got people who want to false prophets. They want to. Well, go ahead, man. Hey, the scripture says every other word. that men shall give, they shall give account thereof in the day of evil, man, in the day of judgment. So that's on them, you know? The Lord is only dealing with his elect, that's it. You know?
I've got something. Revelation chapter 14 verse 3. And they sung as it were a new song. Revelation 14:3. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders. And no man could learn that song but 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth.
Hey, well, like the elder was saying, what we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced, you know? No man could learn that song. This is a lovely song that we're singing here through the Spirit, man. And if you can't get down with this song, you ain't, man, come on, man. No man could learn that song. Okay? What's that, Ezekiel 33? You know? You got more names?
Yeah, I'll keep reading a bit more. These are they which were not defiled with women, other philosophies,
That's
but
right.
they are virgins.
Yeah, seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, man. You got guys out here getting seduced by seducing spirit, them strange women, man. You know, and doctrines of devils. Believing that the earth is fucking flat. Or whatever the fuck kind of seducing, you know, come on, man. Or all nations can be saved. And the Lord ain't dealing with equality, man. Okay? But hold on, the scriptures tell you in Zechariah 2:8, he that toucheth you, toucheth the apple of his eye. We're the apple of the Most High's eye, man. The Lord ain't dealing with equality, man. Shit, even now there ain't no such thing as equality, man.
Yeah.
Even now in this kingdom.
You know what, man? Jake, yeah, because these elites who's ruling over everybody, and then you got all this stuff to do with like race just coming up. You know what I'm saying? The people
Yeah, that's meant to be settled.
Right. Right. The
Nah,
one,
it's just coming up.
it's supposed to be this honest empire, but then everyone, all this race and inequality is coming up right now. People are getting on Esau and about the colonialism and all that. That's big topics. Okay, but basically, man, the Lord's going to exalt the tribes, and all everybody that oppressed them are going to have to go in captivity for that. Okay, he that leadeth into captivity, go into captivity.
That's right.
That's what's going to happen.
That's
You're going to have a
maths.
hierarchy in the kingdom.
Yeah.
All these other nations, they're just like, they ain't the meat on the plate. So the apostles used to say that they're just like the science, you know, you got a meal and you get science.
Toothpick.
Right,
Yeah, the olive in the toothpick.
Right, well, worse than that, the scripture says the nations are a drop of the bucket.
That's right.
Okay? So, and you know what, that's why Jay innovate and rule, like everybody's influenced the blues. Rock music is from Jake, it's from the blues, and they'll tell you that Led Zeppelin was robbing riffs of all them, and he admitted it. The great Jimmy Page was robbing riffs from the great blues players. Okay, all these giants, it's all Jake. Jake, they were on the television, the influence. That's just the power that they got. So they get caught. Everyone's calling them this and that violent, but then everyone's got
Their behaviours.
Right.
That's a bit. It's like a lot of the slang, a lot of even the demeanour of how people carry themselves, how they dress.
Right.
A lot of that will
fashion,
start
style,
with Jake.
you know how people are dressing. It's crazy. They'll curse out Jake, but then they'll look in a magazine and copy his right.
Yeah.
Israelites, man, children of God, blessed, bro. They're trying to jump
I don't want to be banned, but I'm sure might not be banned.
That's what happens when you do with a camp. You get all that going on. That you just these vloggers. He just had some Israelites in his vlog. He might edit it out. It's probably live though. Yeah, all this vlog, everyone. So even that vlogging, that permanent streaming, that's basically what it is. Like just permanently life.
Yeah, your whole life.
Right. You just you're always plugged in.
Perpetually screaming.
Yeah, the baby's like in the baby.
Right, exactly. It's permanent, no privacy. That's what it is, no privacy. It's permanently jacked. They got these marathon streams, like Speedy's doing.
Yeah.
He did a lot for, the
He was
culture.
going around all
You know what I mean?
around the
Yeah.
Scots.
Not for Jake, but for Jake, not for, because basically a lot of things people opened up to.
And like talking on the camera. To be fair,
You don't really see a lot of things like that.
Right. And I think it boosted people going to certain countries and things like that.
Yeah.
But,
Which is that's a JK again. It's just
right.
the spirit on that guy
Right.
is
Like Speed, he's got people in Europe.
yeah. Anyway, he goes
Anywhere
to
he goes. Speed, China,
innit?
anywhere.
Yeah, China's like Speed. Bro, every country on earth.
Right.
Like what the hell, Jake? They're just Speed. It's actually great. Went to North Africa, Speed, just a roll. That's what I was like. I was watching. I was like, this guy's going everywhere. I was like, this guy's got a spirit on him, man.
Right.
You see him doing some flex. I was like, this guy's a super Jake as well. I was like, man, out jumping like Olympic athletes and shit. I was like, this guy's an animal, bro. I was like, this is really why you can't just let Jake just kind of be out there. I was like, this is just some random Jake. And then you just like the spirit on him like that. I was like, no wonder. You just have to put Jake in a box.
Exactly. That's the top elites. They're trying to actually. You had the George Guidestones. All of a sudden that went missing, but they're actually trying to eradicate Jake from the face of the planet. Because they know Jacob and Esau. That's the biggest thing on the planet is Jacob and Esau. Okay. So they're trying to actually strip Jake from the picture. Because Jake, anytime there's a Jake alive, that's a threat to just one Jake.
Yeah, one Jake and
You know what I'm saying?
one single.